Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome back to the Football Stooges. We have a nice, chock-full episode full of football action this week. The college football playoffs are set. The NFL is nearing the very end of the season. Playoff implications are really starting to ramp up. And we have a lot of things going on, both on and off the field in the NFL, and a slew of injured quarterbacks coming in to the week, as well as a bunch of replacement quarterbacks performing well and horribly. So we'll talk about a lot of that. As always, I'm your host, Lob City. Welcome to the Football Stooges, the stupidest way to cover football imaginable.
And boy, is it stupid.
And boy, is it stupid. Yes, it is. As always, I can't do this by myself, and I always need my other compatriots in Stoogery and my right-hand man, week in and week out, the one and only destroyer of rum and cokes or Yinglings, depending on how he's feeling. It's Macedon.
Looks like it's rum and coke today.
Yeah. No words. No words.
Pain. Pure pain.
Pure pain, yeah. Tough loss on the San Francisco 49ers sake.
And
gonna
carbonation got him.
This is gonna bite me in the ass later.
I think it's going to bite you in the
I mean,
stomach. But...
your ass was bitten already.
Shut the fuck up.
Okay, Mamba, explain that comment.
I mean, because the Eagles lost. That's why. His ass was bitten already.
Okay.
It's simple as that.
Solid Mamba logic. Anyway, a man whose logic about why his team's the best in the world changes every week. It's Gorlami.
The Chiefs have Taylor Swift, but they don't have the true athlete Simone Biles. That's why we won, baby.
Pounds the Bush Light. That was the most Wisconsin thing I've ever seen. Ugh.
The fucking accent, dude.
And a man who's actually watching his Patriots win at the moment by 11. We'll see if it stays that way. K-Duff.
Honestly, I figured this wasn't going to be entertaining, so I've been watching the Game Awards instead. I'm just happy they're up by 11 right now.
Yeah. All right.
How do you feel?
I'm not going to remain that way, but...
Do you feel numb right now? Like...
Well, yeah, I mean...
Oh,
I've kind of given up on the season already. We're 2-10. The only solace I can have is that we're either going to get Caleb Williams or Marvin Harrison Jr., whoever Mama doesn't choose to fuck up. No, we're not going to go Drake May, I don't think.
I inhaled that beer. It's one of my faster shotgun times.
Anyway, so let's go ahead and we'll start with the fantasy football video. There is none. Muzzy took a bye week this week. So
Typical
there's no
week
fantasy.
13 bye week.
Week 13 bye week. This is a lot of teams on bye. But thank you again, Muzzy. The football videos have been amazing, especially this bye week as well. Makes us realize how much we miss them. We can just
Plus,
talk
there's just
about
so
the
much
week
to
in
talk
fantasy.
about too. Like,
Oh yeah,
he deserved a break after.
yeah.
Yeah.
If we go around,
he deserved it.
we go around in the league. We'll go back to week 13, the previous week. I was able to beat Macedon's team 112-92. My best performer was Deebo Samuel, who got me 33 points. I did have a Puka Nacua on the bench, was 21.9, but I didn't need him, even though Cleveland got me -1 points. Macedon had an underperforming Justin Herbert with 7.8, a Tank Dell, who was actually on IR that he started.
No. He got hurt during the game. No,
Hurt during the game. There we go.
Yeah.
And Kansas City only had 2 points on defense. Wasn't great. He had to get 15 from Tony Pollard and 15 from the Dallas kicker, Brandon Aubrey. So good for him there. But was not enough to overcome Deebo Samuel's 33, Pachenko's 19, Mostert's 11,
And
Travis
Brandon
Kelce's
Staley
10.
be a fucking idiot.
Yeah.
I lost a fucking K-Duff.
Yeah, you did.
Then if you look at the league matchups as well, the other two games, K-Duff won 142-102. Garlami's big performers had Alvin Kamara with 25 points, as well as Miami defense with 12. He also on the bench had Brock Purdy with 29.4 and started Mahomes, who only got 14.
Brock Purdy on
And
the
also had Devon Akine with 23. Yeah, Devon Akine was also benched with 23.8 points off the bench. His best running back was Kamara with 25, but the next one after that was Ramondre Stevenson, who got 2. He also had a flex
got
slot
hurt in the first quarter.
Yeah. Calvin Ridley was his flex slot, which was a 5.3. K-Duff, on the other hand, had a 19-point Tagovailoa performance, as well as a 26 DeMar Chase and 25 Mike Evans, there it is, point performance. 24 for Derrick Henry, 18 for Evan Ingram, 18 for Rashad White. Tyler Bass didn't have a game, still started him. K-Duff just forgot about getting a kicker, I guess. Didn't matter, still won. And Pittsburgh got him.
It didn't matter, yeah.
Yeah. He had Trevor Lawrence on the bench with 25, Devon Smith with 20 off the bench as well. So KDF could have won that game twice over, it seems. And the final matchup of the week was Muzzy versus versus Mamba.
Muzzy versus Mr. I fucked up.
Muzzy had multiple 20-plus point performers. Dak Prescott with 28, CeeDee Lamb with 26, Christian McCaffrey with 20, Sam Laporta with 25. He had a 10-point kicker performance from Jalen Sanders. Only 3 from DeAndre Swift. Didn't really matter. Brandon Ayuk had 13. He also had Joe Mixon off the bench, who had 26, and Cooper Kupp had 12 on the bench. For Mamba's team, 23.9 for Justin Hurts, 29 for Tyreek Hill, 22 for Michael Pittman, but it starts getting bad, 3 for Austin Eckler, 0 for Dalton Schultz, 7 for Jake Elliott, -1 for Dallas defense special teams, 18 from Williams, so that was helpful, and 9.4 for Bijan Robinson. On the bench, didn't really have anybody. He had Chris Olave, who had 14.4, but that was not really anything special. Everyone else had a bye. There were a lot of bye weeks this week, so it was a struggle week for a lot of teams, but overall, the league is set up now. I'm first. Pack of Marlboros, 8-5. Muzzy's Bog Champ is 2 at 7-6, tied with Gorlami's You Want a Philly at 7-6 as well.
So I'm playing Mastodon.
Mamba's team is at
least
4
at least I didn't go with
7.
Vicky's doggy daycare
I
again.
think for playoffs it's 4's in. Top 4.
Top 4. So
I basically have to win.
Yeah, the bottom 2 should be me and Kato.
Yeah, so then it goes Mamba's team, then Mastodon's team, then Kato's
When do playoffs start?
We got 2 weeks. We got week 14, week 15, and then 16 is playoffs.
Yeah, then the 2-week playoff.
Yeah. I changed my name. I changed my name.
What did you change your name to?
Oh, I changed mine to the
Doesn't hurt so good. Doesn't hurt so good.
Oh yeah, doesn't hurt so good.
Since I'm playing I changed it to the pegging.
Big performances from a lot of people. Big performances. All right. We'll go ahead.
I don't want to talk about the next. No, I don't want to talk about it.
Talk about college football.
I don't want to talk about it.
I don't want to talk about it either. It's so fucking dumb.
Yeah, it's weird.
I mean, we can just summerize it real quick. Florida State should have been in. Alabama should have been out.
Let's start from the beginning. Let's start from the beginning. Okay.
SEC, and what that stands for? Sucking ESPN's cock.
Yep.
Yeah.
So
wholeheartedly.
Well, going into championship weekend, they were basically 4 or 5 big games. The Big Ten championship, Michigan versus Iowa. Michigan got business done. I was at the game. That was a lot of fun. It was a beatdown though. Michigan won like 24-0. It wasn't really that exciting of a game. Iowa has an amazing defense. They performed very well, but at the same time,
they held you guys pretty well.
Yeah, they did. They have a good defense. They have a very good defense. Their offense is dog shit, but they have a very good defense. Washington had a shootout with Oregon on Friday night. They won the game. They're in at the 2 spot. Michigan obviously got the 1. They're still undefeated. Texas went out and they won the Big 12 championship against a Oklahoma State team who fell down to 20. And everything was fine. You know, you had Michigan undefeated, Washington undefeated, Texas only had 1 loss. They're probably going to get in. Florida State also won against Louisville in the ACC championship. They're probably in. But it all then came down to the SEC championship, and the Dogs fucked it up. They lost to Nick Saban. Both teams now have 1 loss. So now a wrench the size of Rhode Island got thrown at a baby, which was the College Football Playoff Committee. And it was messy. Shit hit the fan on the tarmac with the horse laded to water, as KF once said. So it was bad. It was fucking bad. He said something like that. It was fucking bad.
You, dude.
Yeah, I know. But I'm just saying it was bad. So if Georgia would have won, we would be sitting at Georgia 1, Michigan 2, Washington 3, and Florida State 4. That would have probably been it. But it didn't. So because Georgia lost, they're not in because they can't be over Alabama. Alabama can't be over Texas because Texas beat Alabama. Then you have Washington, champion of the Pac-12, Michigan, champion of the Big 12. Washington has a couple wins in the top 10, both against Oregon. Michigan has 2 wins in the top 10, Ohio State and Penn State, one of which they were the underdog. They were the number 3 overall ranked team, and Ohio State was number 2. So they're number 1. That left Florida State out. Florida State's only knock against them is they don't have Jordan Travis, who is their Heisman candidate quarterback who was sidelined with a lower leg break. That was horrendous. Don't watch it if you're queasy. He's obviously out for the year. They won the rest of their games. Every opponent they scheduled, including multiple SEC teams, including Florida and LSU, they beat. They nearly lost to Clemson, but they still won. They won every single game they put before them, and they are sitting on the outside looking in. While 2 teams One of them is Texas. The other one is the Tide. Both with one loss are sitting above them. It is horrendous. And I think there are multiple reasons why this happened. One, because the college football playoff knows this is the final year of the 4 teams, and they want people to really be they want people to really be excited for the 12-team playoff, which everyone is saying this is the last year of it. They've succeeded in that. 2, they want to make more money. Florida State has a big following. That following is not as big as Texas or Bama. People that are fans of those teams are insane, okay? Especially if you're a Texas fan through all the shit you've gone through, man. It's been a lot. The next part of this,
Manning, they'll be fine.
Archie Manning too. They're gonna want to see him in that. The next thing about this also is the favoritism to the SEC. In actuality, the SEC shouldn't have been in this. It should have been Michigan, Washington, Florida State, and then Texas, because Alabama can't be above Texas, so the SEC would have been out. But if the SEC was out, that was going to be a kerfuddle, and there were going to be people complaining, all of them south of the Mason-Dixon line. So
I mean, fuck them.
Yeah, the best win. I'm sorry your conference has some really good teams in it, and you beat each other up. Not my fucking problem. You shouldn't be in the championship. You lost to Texas. You lost to a Big 12 team who's going to be SEC. Too fucking bad. Move on. You didn't win. That is on you. Wear it. Move forward. Instead, you've basically paid your way into this, okay? Then the final thing about
Big Ten East is in the same. Big Ten East is in the same boat.
Oh yeah,
you got 3 teams in the top 10.
Yeah, but
usually
it's a little bit better because Michigan State's good. They're dog shit this year. They're one of the worst teams in the Big Ten. But I see.
Well, because they're off the field shit.
Yeah, but anyway, this also I think is the beginning of the end of the ACC. I think the college football world. Not the world, but the people that control college football, the NCAA, they want 2 conferences. They want the AFC and the NFC. They want the Big Ten and the SEC. This marks the beginning of the end of the ACC. How much you hate to admit it, the ACC will not be a conference that is worthwhile in the next 10 years. Florida State will go to the SEC. Clemson will go to the SEC. Boston College might be able to get into the Big Ten. Some of the Virginia schools might be able to get into the Big Ten.
I still have no idea how Boston College is able to get a bowl game. I'm just going to say that right now.
The
fail-safe rule.
They want to kill this conference now. They have basically came out and said there's no Power 5 anymore. The Pac-12's gone, all right? The Big 12 is gone because Texas and Oklahoma are leaving. So now it's the ACC. So now there's going to be a Big 2, some mid-level, and some low-level conferences. They are marking the ACC was the last remaining bastion of the 3 big conferences left. SEC, Big 10, ACC. They are going to siphon the fuck out of the ACC like it is a fucking blood bag in a Dracula movie.
Yeah. And
it's going to be gone.
Nicolas Cage Dracula movie or
Also, the SEC is going to try to grab the tobacco road schools, so Duke, NC State, and UNC.
Oh, absolutely.
Not for football.
Basketball.
Not for football.
Kentucky and Duke in the same conference in basketball? Are you kidding me?
UNC.
That'd be nuts.
Yeah.
UNC.
And Louisville? Hello? Like Louisville, Kentucky?
Yeah,
I didn't even think about basketball at all in terms of all these moves.
Yeah, that's what I'm gonna see.
Well, think about the Big Ten.
The
reason the Big Ten wanted to get UCLA was not because of football, it's because of basketball. That's John Wooden. That's Lou Alcindor at Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. That's Bill Walton. That's Russell Westbrook, Kevin Love. That is a historic basketball school, and they're going to be playing teams against like Michigan, Ohio State. And you're also going to have LeBron James' son playing at USC.
And Purdue. Don't forget Purdue. Don't forget Purdue.
Oh, I'm Zach Edey. Clang, clang, clang. Why did we lose to JMU?
That's fair.
Look, you guys talk about the Big Ten, but we all know what the Big Ten's the true powerhouse in.
If you say wrestling, I swear to God.
It's wrestling. It is wrestling.
I thought it was hockey.
No, there's some
there.
They're one
Wisconsin's top 10.
Wisconsin's good. Minnesota's good. With Ohio State can be good. Michigan's usually good. But then there's a lot of like really fuck off North schools like Minnesota Duluth and North Dakota.
Yeah,
and
who's D2 in football.
Yes,
but they're
when
hockey
you're on the
program is insane.
Canadian border, you're gonna.
Oh, don't give me that shit.
Yeah.
Look at a fucking map. They're not right on the border.
They're close. They are close.
But also, I would say
You still have to go
at least-
around a fucking giant ass lake.
JMU gets to go to a bowl. JMU
Mhm.
gets to actually go to a bowl.
So we'll talk about the Bulls in a second, but here's the overall final rankings. So top 4 is a travesty. This is marks at the beginning of the end of the SEC or the ACC. Florida State's at 5, Georgia falls to 6. They will play each other. Ohio State and Oregon 7, 8, Missouri 9, Penn State 10, Ole Miss 11, Oklahoma 12. LSU is somehow 13 with 2 losses. Arizona 14, Louisville 15, Notre Dame 16, Iowa 17, NC State 18, Oregon State 19, Oklahoma State 20. Tennessee's in here, get them out, 21. Clemson at 22. Liberty's at 23, SMU at 24, who actually, SMU was able to beat, who did they play in the championship? Tulane, yes, they beat Tulane, so they took Tulane's spot, and Kansas State fell to 25. So now if we look at the overall bowl games, obviously you have
I don't want to go through all the bowls.
Yeah.
No, we'll go quick. Alabama, Michigan, and Texas, Washington. That's the college football playoff. Then this is what confuses me. You have Ohio State playing Missouri. Okay. Ole Miss and Penn State. That's close. Then you have Florida State and Georgia, 5 and 6. Oregon. Okay. Oregon is number like 7 or 8, and Liberty is 24.
What? No. The Fiesta Bowl always does the top-rated group of 5 against like a Pac-12 or Big Ten. Some of the bowls have it set at certain conferences. Capital One Orange Bowl, SEC against ACC for this year. I think there was like some other bowls that's always going to be Big Ten against.
Rose Bowl was always Big Ten and Big 12. They kind of got rid of that when the college football playoff happened, though.
Yes. Well, that explains why BC is playing SMU in the Fenway Bowl. So,
yes, partly that. But Fiesta Bowl, it is always one bowl now that there's going to be the top-rated group of 5 or at-large bid against a Pac-12 or Big 10 or Big 12. I can't remember what the other one was.
LU is AAC. Liberty is AAC. That is not Power 5.
Yeah, but as I said, certain bowls have that Fiesta Bowl this year has the top-rated group of 5 or at-large bid.
Right. It should not be LU. There are so many other teams that you could put in there that are not in a Power 5 conference that could be up there. LU? Why?
Liberty
either
only has one.
Yeah, they have one loss.
All right, so Tulane has 2 losses. They lost to the championship at their conference. Liberty actually won theirs.
This is not a good bowl game. I don't care what the rules are. This is Oregon State. This is like Mike Tyson walking up to a baby in a stroller and haymakering it. This is going to be killing on national television on January 1st.
Oh, I kind of hope because fuck Liberty, but I'm just saying.
Regardless, you want the best football game. What the fuck is this? Liberty is going to get their ass blasted, dude. Mm-hmm. They're going to get turned inside out, right side in, then inside out again and thrown on a pole. This is bad. This is really bad. Why is this happening? Liberty should be playing, the runner-up to the Big Ten. Liberty, Iowa would actually be kind of interesting. Iowa would win that, but I think it would be a little closer. You could have Liberty against SMU. Put Ohio State and Oregon against each other. Maybe Liberty against Missouri, maybe? That's still kind of a fucking blowout, but Missouri's defense at least would let Liberty score. Oregon is going to kill those motherfuckers. They have families, Macedon. They have fucking families.
I know, but I'm just saying.
They have children. They are going to die. They are going to die.
Over a football
you're attacking
game.
Macedon for just explaining how certain bowls are set up.
Yes.
You are being ignorant.
I don't care how bowls are set up. This is horrible.
Oh god damn.
All right, let's find our teams. Where's Wisconsin?
I think it's time for the NFL.
Some other interesting ones: Troy and Duke. Duke's really strong for Troy, so we'll see how that goes. Air Force and JMU. I love that bowl. Air Force was undefeated, so was JMU. They both have a loss. They both want to end the season well. Utah Northwestern. Utah will kill them. Bowling Green, Minnesota. That'll be interesting. Virginia Tech and Tulane.
Terry Bowl.
That'll be a good one. Both of them have been very good in their competition.
Tulane, that'll be nice.
So will Louisville and USC. However, Caleb Williams is not playing because, Lord forbid you want to, have a send-off good for your school that's giving you an education and, scholarship and whatnot.
Oh,
so.
God
The Fenway Bowl, SMU and Boston College at Fenway Park.
God forbid the NFL scouts don't want you getting fucking hurt in a bowl game. Oh my God.
Yeah.
The NFL actually wants players, or the teams actually want a player coming out of college to actually play for them instead of hurt. Who would have fucking thought?
Yeah, I mean, you can still play in a bowl game and be fine. I think you have the opportunity to play, you should play. The Bad Boy Mowers Pinstripe Bowl. Love that. And of course, Rutgers is in it against the U. Go Rutgers.
I used to use a bad boy mower.
Clemson and Kentucky.
Landscaping.
Very good bowl game there. I also think Oregon State and Notre Dame could be a killing for Notre Dame. We'll have to see if they show up well. Auburn and Maryland. Interesting one. Maryland has the top 10 passer in Big Ten history. So, yeah. Tua Tagovailoa. And then this. Yeah, you're dying, Gorlami. LSU, you'll still score 28 points. However, Wisconsin or LSU will score 104. Can we play at Lambeau
and then upset them last second and then start a fight?
This will be an interesting one. Iowa and Tennessee. Iowa has a horrible offense and a great defense. Tennessee has a horrible defense and a great offense. So it'll be interesting to see how that goes. But yeah, these are basically all of the big time bowls. Yeah, some good ones up here. Really good games. Some interesting ones, and Liberty killed live on television. So have fun watching those.
Holy shit, it starts in like next 2 weeks. Damn.
It does, yeah. It's pretty quick.
Oh,
all right.
How the fuck?
Yeah. All right.
Oh my God, it's Todd Howard.
James Harrison.
Sorry.
James Harrison. Yeah.
For Steelers Patriots. No,
Steelers
Patriots.
Steelers
Patriots.
Patriots. You
Hey.
idiot.
Antonio Brown. Holy moly.
Wow. That's
That is a muscular.
2 Super Bowls just like Brady.
Okay, Terry Bradshaw never would have passed for 350 yards back in that
Actually,
day.
I think he did.
I mean, oh, man. Terry Bradshaw. Golly, Terry. All right. Alan. No, Alan Fancia.
I never heard of him.
Oh, dude. No, you got to start knowing ball. This guy, hated him. You could not do anything
Patriots
against him.
played in 2 Super Bowls. Just put Brady. Just get it over with.
Yeah. Brady Bree.
Never made the playoffs as a Patriot.
Ooh.
No, he did.
He did.
No, Bledsoe played in the Super Bowl.
Played in the Patriots, never made the playoffs.
Fuck.
I'd say Hernandez, but he did get a season in.
Yeah, he was in playoffs. Yeah.
Wait.
Let's do someone modern. Let's do Peppers could do it.
Oh.
Yeah, there you go.
Pro Football Hall of
do
Fame
something
inductee, played in 2 Super Bowls. This could be a handful of people.
You can go all over.
Brett Favre.
No.
He played in 2.
Oh yeah, Brett Favre.
He wants to get like a low.
Of course,
percentage.
he goes for Anthony Munoz.
350 pass yards in a game and played in 2 Super Bowls.
Never made the playoffs, but as a Pro Football Hall of Fame inductee. How?
Brett Favre. 350 pass yards in a game.
People forget he went to 2 Super Bowls.
Never made the playoffs. Had 350 passing yards in a game. Can you think of Robert Griffin III went into a playoff?
Jake
game.
Browning.
Blaine Gabbert? No, he's got a Super Bowl. Right?
I don't think they would have updated that.
No, it's not in there.
Dan Orlovsky.
Can we
Dan
put Tim
Orlovsky.
Boyle at the counter interceptions?
Fucking Orlovsky.
Dan Orlovsky.
Orlovsky.
Sorry, I saw you like another podcast had Orlovsky on there as like an analyst, and he was
That last was going to be.
He's actually pretty smart as an analyst.
I don't even know.
Barry Sanders.
No, yeah, Barry Sanders. Yeah.
Oh
Barry
yeah,
Sanders.
yeah.
And I think Calvin
Nope,
Johnson.
he made the playoffs.
What?
Oh, Calvin Johnson? Is he in the pro football?
No, they made the playoffs. He made the playoffs.
Yeah, he made
them with the
that 1 year, and then they lost right away.
Yep.
Joe Thomas? No, he would have retired.
Joe Thomas is
No. He never went to playoffs. Joe Thomas.
They had a year where they did though.
Nope.
No, Joe Thomas.
Because he spent his whole year at the Browns. That's why I.
Oh, didn't he
disregarded
block
it.
for Baker for a while? Like near the very end of his career, because then they made the playoffs then.
Well, actually,
Like
hold on. Let me
3-4 years ago, I think they did.
Hold on. Let me check. When did he retire? No. Okay, the reason no. Put Joe Thomas, but look for 2007 to 2017.
There we go. Nice.
Okay.
There was a different Joe Thomas.
Yeah, Joe Thomas.
There was a
there.
Joe Thomas on the Patriots. Yeah.
Bailey Zappi was a high. Yeah.
Bailey Zappi.
Yeah, there we go. All right, we
well, be honest, has been torching the Pittsburgh defense apparently.
All right, let's go ahead and get into some of our segments here. We'll start off with the news.
All right. See then.
Let's break some plugs.
Well, we're going to start off with some broken bones as we go into injuries. We already talked about it briefly, but the first out for the year of this week, we've got Texans wide receiver Tank Dell. He apparently suffered a fractured fibula in their game against the Broncos that will end his season. Another guy who's ending his season would be Titans punter Ryan Stonehouse. He apparently had to have knee surgery on an injury he suffered in their previous game. The remainder of the season will see practice squad punter Ty Zettner replace him. Going on to short to long term stuff, the Jaguars had a few losses in their game against the Bengals on Monday night. First would be quarterback Trevor Lawrence. He's expected to be out at least 1 week with a high ankle sprain. As is wide receiver Christian Kirk, who has apparently had to have surgery on a core muscle injury, part of his abdomen, so he's going to miss some time from that. Another guy who's also missing some time. Another couple guys with ankle injuries, actually. Patriots running back Ramondre Stevenson, as if our offense wasn't missing enough pieces because of injuries already. And Steelers quarterback Kenny Pickett, which is why Mitch Trubisky and possibly Mason Rudolph, as I've been seeing the calls for it on Twitter today.
Trubisky.
Yeah, it's just been stuck with Trubisky. But apparently Kenny Pickett's needed surgery on a ankle sprain, so he's going to be missing 1 to 2 weeks. And we got Titans defensive tackle Jeffrey Simmons also going to be missing time with an undisclosed knee injury. Questionables as we go into the week. Titans running back Darian Henry, he's got a concussion. He's in concussion protocol, probably just came out of it too. Seahawks running back Zach Charbonnet's got a knee injury. Chiefs running back Jerick McKinnon has something going on with his groin, title of his sex tape. Commanders running back Brian Robinson Jr. with a hamstring injury. Same for Texans tight end Dalton Schultz. He actually suffered one last week. He was expected to come back this week. And Rams wide receiver Puka Nacua has apparently had a minor shoulder injury but Sean McVay has been saying he's looking pretty optimistic for their next game. Other injury news before we go on to other stuff. Cowboys head coach Mike McCarthy, he's expected to still coach this week after having an emergency appendectomy on Wednesday. Panthers tight end Hayden Hurst has been reportedly diagnosed with post-traumatic amnesia regarding a hit that caused a concussion during the Bears last month. He has come out and said earlier today that it will not be a career-ending brain injury, and that he should be at least able to finish out the season. And NFL sideline worker, I don't know if you guys saw this clip that was circulating Sunday night.
Touchdown marker guy got fucked.
Yeah, I was gonna say for the second time this year, Alvin Kamara has broken somebody's bones and not given a fuck about it. NFL side worker.
Damn.
Fucking
Ruby Fair, the cameraman.
Yeah.
Ruby Fair.
So
kept it right
NFL
on it. You could just see it.
So apparently the sideline worker Nick Piazza suffered multiple leg fractures and a dislocated knee after getting hit by Alvin Kamara on the sidelines during their game.
Dislocated knee. That shit was going the wrong way.
It was. I remember this clip. Looked like my injury actually.
Kamara just looks back and goes, "Oh, I fucking broke him."
He's like, "Not again."
Not again.
Yeah.
This time it was an accident.
Oh my God. All right, let's go.
All right. We need to get off it. Signings and re-signings. After it was rumored following his release from the Colts, the Eagles have signed former Colts linebacker Shaq Leonard on a 1-year deal. I feel like that's your Nakobe Dean replacement for at least this year.
Yep.
The Packers made some interesting adaptations to their practice squad. They've signed former Ravens running back Kenyon Drake, as well as former Panthers cornerback David Long Jr. Drake, I feel like, has been being passed around more than a blunt at a college party this year. He's been on like 3 or 4 teams already.
Yo, what is this K-Duff news, man? What the
I don't know.
This is a different type of K-Duff.
I think he's hanging out with Mamba. He's hanging out with Mamba too much.
And let's see, the 49ers have signed former Titans safety Logan Ryan. They've been dealing with some injuries on that front, so they're just picking up whatever they can, I suppose. Trades and releases. The Jets did something they should have done last week and released quarterback Tim Boyle after his streak starting. Did not go very well. Packers released running back James Robinson from their practice squad. And just today, the 49ers announced the retirement of kicker Robbie Gould.
That's what I was thinking, retired.
Yeah, an 18-year career spent between the Bears, Giants, and Niners, and he's finishing his career with a few record. Blah, 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 blah. He's finishing his career with a few records set. He's 10th all-time for most points scored by a kicker, 1,961, 8th in field goals made with 447, and 9th in career success rates with 86.4. Miscellaneous news around the league. We finally have our first elimination, and no, it's not the Patriots. It's the Panthers. They were officially eliminated from playoff contention. Thank you, David Tepper, for helping them along to that and gifting Mamba the first overall pick.
Thank you.
Yep. The NFL is also still reviewing the sideline incident that happened between the 49ers and Eagles this week, where linebacker Drake Greenlaw was getting into it with the Eagles head of security, Dom DeSandro. They later apparently apologized for the intermediaries, and the league has also sent out memos to all teams reminding them that club personnel that are not players or coaching on the coaching staff are prohibited from sideline altercations or will face strict consequences going forward.
Is he the security guard?
He's the head of security, so yes.
It's a little ironic, no?
A little bit. At the same time, like the other players can handle that shit when it's like player v player, player v coach, stuff like that. At the head of security is basically just the guys that are like trying to catch it when someone starts streaking on the field and like they do there in Super Bowls. Let's see, the 49ers running back Christian McCaffrey, he's become the team's first running back since Frank Gore in 2014 to record a 1,000 rushing yards season. You've got another streak of droughts broken, where the Jaguars played their first Monday Night Football game this week since 2012 against the Bengals. The last time they did this is their starting quarterback was Blaine Gabbert. Their head coach was Mel Tucker. Trevor Lawrence was only 12 years old. Yes. And they were playing Mr. Philip M. Rivers versus the San Diego Chargers. And, I mean, they won, but at what cost, considering the injuries they suffered? Colts defensive end. The Colts defensive end, Al-Quadin Muhammad, he's been suspended 6 games for performance-enhancing drugs violations. This one is kind of funny, and Mom, I figured if at all people you'd find this funny somehow. Bills head coach Sean McDermott had to issue an apology today after reports surfaced from a 2019 training camp speech he made, highlighting the use of cooperation and coordination by and referencing it with the hijackers from September 11th, 2001.
Yo, I find it kind of offensive that you think that I would find it funny because I'm
Shut the fuck up. You know what? First off, you're Indian. Second off, you make the jokes all the fucking time.
Oh, okay. I see how it is.
You didn't have to call him out like that, K-Duff.
I know. I find that news fucking.
We're clarifying that, so I'm not coming off as racist.
No. Yeah, I found that news like absolutely hilarious.
I'm sure you did. All right, and finally, we've got some names already linked to the permanent Panthers head coaching job after Frank Reich's firing. The leading names so far are Lions offensive coordinator Ben Johnson, Eagles offensive coordinator Brian Johnson, and former Panthers tight end and current Fox Sports analyst Greg Olson have all been rumored to be receiving interviews once the season ends for fill that hole. And that's all I got.
They're They're really yanking for a lot of Johnsons there, aren't they?
Shut the hell up. My goodness. Y'all are
Johnson's,
nuts.
get it? Johnson.
Yeah.
Yank it on my Johnson. Trying to get it started.
What the fuck?
Yo, I didn't know.
All right, I'll see you guys later.
One other thing I will mention, thanks to K-Duff, we have now an official TikTok page for the Football Stooges. So
We do?
What the
yes,
fuck is TikTok?
we do.
I was going to start making memes that he asked me to make one.
Yeah, start making memes. It'll also broadcast the show, but maybe a funny clip here and there from the show itself. Get people interested, get some more people in the views and stuff like that. And another way to, broadcast our program, I guess, in the best way.
This week in out-of-pocket comments.
Yeah.
We'll link it down below.
K-Duff News is all out-of-pocket comments.
Yeah, he was all out of
Bro,
pocket.
all
this
my
week.
shit's out of pocket. I'm scared.
Exactly.
I think Mamba guys on the other side.
Listen. Mamba is like women's pants. Out of pocket. Out of pocket.
Oh, I get it.
Mamba's like women's pants.
Fuck
Out of
up with
pocket.
your fucking dad joke.
I heard a funny one yesterday from my friend who's a Marine. What do you call a Marine with an IQ of 70?
Did you just spell master?
General?
I feel a little low here,
Yeah, you call him General. Yep.
I think that might be a
Oh, I thought you call him in the Army or in the Navy.
You can call him General. I tell a Marine to commit suicide.
General Kenobi.
Throw a shovel full of sand against a brick wall and tell him to hit the beach. All right. All right. So yeah, some of the funny videos that KDF has been posting. I'm trying to figure out which ones are which. Yeah, there's that one. Yeah. So yeah, actually, we'll show some of them when we cover the stuff. Yeah, we'll show some when we cover. Anyway, we already covered Seahawks Cowboys last week, so we'll go ahead and start with Colts Titans, which went into overtime.
This was honestly a good game.
This was a game.
This was good if you was good if you embrace chaos.
Also, like
shoot out.
You look here. Will Levis had some fumbles. Well, before we get into that, Will Levis had some fumbles. He recovered one of his fumbles. You need to look at the film of this. He goes up, throws the ball. It looks like a fine pass, but it gets tipped, right? So as it gets tipped, defenders tip drill. One of them grabs it, starts running. The second the ball got tipped, like it left Will Levis's hand, it got tipped. This man didn't go, oh, fuck. He immediately started running, like through the A gap, pushed two linemen aside, ran, tried to get under the ball, couldn't because it went pretty far downfield. The guy that got the ball caught it, started running, as you can see on the left. Sean Olubi, I believe that's the correct last pronunciation. Took a few steps. Yeah. Will Levis popped him, made him fumble, and recovered it. That is, I've never seen that. That's nuts.
That's what a spoonful of mayo does to a motherfucker.
Yeah, fucking Hellman's with crack, I guess. I don't know. Anyway, Colts won in overtime. They're on a roll. Minshew looks very good. Again, one of the better backup quarterbacks to have behind Anthony Richardson. They went overtime 31-28.
We haven't had to use Mike White enough.
Wait, when is AR-15 supposed to come back, or is he just
Mike?
Done
he's done for the
He's
season.
done for the year.
Okay.
Also, Galami, Mike White's on Miami, not Indianapolis.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know. But I'm saying like Miami doesn't get to use him enough to prove that he's a really good backup.
Yeah.
They used him against the Jets for kneel downs.
Yeah, I'm surprised that. Well, I'm not surprised. I mean, the Dolphins would never agree to it, but the fucking Jets probably want Mike White back now. Minshew, 26 for 42 for 312, a 7.4 average, 2 touchdowns, no picks, 3 sacks, 100.5 rating. Great day from him. Zach Moss, who was the second running back, now Jonathan Taylor's out again with a hand injury, requiring surgery. He went 19 for 51. Not really a great day for him. But in the air, Michael Pittman Jr., 11 for 105 and a touchdown. Alec Pierce, 3 for 100 and a touchdown. Kylan Granson, 3 for 72. Josh Downs, 3 for 14. Tyler Goodson, 2 for 11, as well as Zach Moss, 2 for 6. For the Titans, Will Levis, 16 for 33 for 224, 6.8 average, 1 touchdown, no picks, 6 sacks, and 80.9 rating. Derrick Henry had a great game on the ground, 102 yards, 21 carries, and 2 touchdowns. Tajay Spears, 16 for 75, 177 yards in rushing in total. Way to get it done, Titans. In the air, Hopkins, 5 for 75 and a touchdown. Chigozim Okonkwo, 3 for 62. Nick Westbrook-Akine, 1 for 28. Derrick Henry, 1 for 18. Josh Wild, 1 for 16. Tajay Spears, 4 for 13. It was a slug fest in Nashville. Colts and Titans.
Weird.
Yeah, both really wanting to win this game, but eventually the Colts did come out as the victors in overtime. They needed extra innings to do it. But again, for a Colts team that is really kind of struggling to figure out where they're going to be at, they're in the hunt, right? Or not in the hunt. They are in the wild card position, trying to maintain that against a lot of their teams that are getting traction in the AFC. Obviously, without their starting quarterback, Anthony Richardson, but still have a good roster. To be able to win a game in overtime against a Titans team that isn't going to roll over and has some stars in Hopkins and Henry, especially without Jonathan Taylor and without your starting quarterback, is a good move for them and a well-played game by the Colts.
Would you consider Shane Steichen as Coach of the Year candidate? Here's my personal top. Here's my personal top 3. Number 1, D'Amico Ryans.
Mm-hmm.
Number 2, Shane Steichen. And then number 3, it could be Dan Campbell.
I think I would go Dan Campbell above Shane Steichen. Dan Campbell does have a better record, and the Colts are 2 games above 500.
That man can fucking motivate.
But also, I don't think outside of it, it's really a two-way battle. It is D'Amico Ryans and it is Dan Campbell. I don't think anyone else is close. Like, sure, Shane Steichen could be a candidate that gets a vote or 2. He's not winning it. There's no way in hell he's winning it unless he wins out.
Yeah.
I'm just thinking because of everybody thought the Colts was going to be like 3-14.
Yeah, especially after the Richardson injury.
They are outplaying their narrative that people thought they were going to have. They're doing better than people would have expected. But at the same time, it's not what D'Amico Ryans has done in Houston.
That's why I put D'Amico Ryans as first.
Yeah, it's D'Amico Ryans and Stan Campbell. It's either of those 2 guys. So
could be either way.
Not much talk about the game, but again, a monster performance from Derrick Henry. He still got it.
Speaking of teams that had monster performances.
Here's a video of KW's.
One of these lying around again, I swear to fucking God, I will stop being so polite. Get the fuck out of my sight before I demolish you.
Oh, lovely.
Here, hold this.
Hooray! 4 fucking seconds! It took you 4 fucking seconds to piss me off again.
Yep.
Right in the kitchen.
The only point scored all game.
Yep.
That's it. This was it. This was the game. This is why all the channels could not find any fucking highlights of this game. Because this shit was happening. And then this shit was happening.
Who the fuck is that guy?
Say that you're fine when you're not really fine, but you just can't get into it because
looking to buy some time, Zappy.
No, fucking Gilman.
This is fine. I'm okay with the events that are unfolding currently.
We're fine with it because we're gonna get a top 2 pick.
I said that the Colts Patriots game made me more depressed than watching Made in Abyss. This game made me more depressed than watching Made in Abyss.
Final score 6-0. 6-0 Chargers. I don't think I want to cover this anymore. Are we good with that?
Nobody wants to cover this.
Yep.
Nobody.
Yep, we're good.
Veto.
Yep, we're good.
Please.
Well,
The video sums up.
Putros Madres Spanos.
Yep.
Yeah, fuck you, Spanos.
That was the entire game. 6 points. We showed you the entirety of the highlights from that game, and they were mostly lowlights. Then on the flip side of things,
another shootout.
Wow, Lions, calm down. First quarter points, 21 points in the first quarter.
And then they nearly choked it away.
I mean, yeah, you nearly choked it away, but also at the same time, jeez, dude, chill.
And he had one hell of a lip sync performance by James Winston.
Yeah.
Yep.
That was wasn't that last week? That was last week with Ludacris. Yeah, it was last week with Ludacris against the Falcons. Yeah, that was in Atlanta. That was last week. That was last week. Yeah, old man got from another rock.
Booed.
Yeah, I mean, didn't he get hurt as well? Didn't he have a concussion, or was that last week as well?
David Carr got concussion, shoulder injury, a leg injury, all in the same game.
It's all fucked up. So golf for the Lions won 33 to 28. Excuse me. They scored 21 points in the first quarter on the back of a Jared Goff 16 for 25 for 213, 8.5 average, 2 touchdowns, 1 sack, a 117.6 rating. On the ground, they had a couple decent running games. Gibbs 8 for 60, Montgomery 18 for 56 and a touchdown, as well as Jameson Williams 1 for 19. Receiving. Sam Laporta, masterclass, 9 for 140 and a touchdown. Amon-Ra St. Brown, 2 for 49 and a touchdown. Josh Reynolds, 1 for 12. Jameson Williams, 1 for 11. Brock Wright, 1 for 8. If DJ Stroud wasn't in the league, Sam Laporta might have Offensive Rookie of the Year. All I'm saying.
Yeah. If CJ Stroud gets MVP, Sam Laporta could get Offensive Rookie of the Year.
I mean, he's not going to get MVP just because he's a rookie. People aren't going to do that. It's dumb.
I feel like Jordan Love might win Rookie of the Year, honestly.
He's not a rookie. He's not a rookie.
Even if he was, fuck no. What?
That's the joke.
He had like two great games and 1 good game. So then for the Saints, you had 3 guys play quarterback: Carr, Winston, and Taysom Hill. Winston threw 5 passes. Taysom Hill threw 2.
What the fuck is a Taysom Hill?
Derek Carr, 17 for 22 for 226, a 10-yard average, 1 touchdown, 1 pick, 2 sacks, 105.5 rating, and got booed. Taysom Hill was the lead rusher, 59 yards on 13 carries and a touchdown. Kamara, 14 for 51 and 2 touchdowns. Jamal Williams, 5 for 10. Chris Olave, 5 for 119 in receiving. Alvin Kamara, 6 for 58. A.T. Perry, 1 for 30. Foster Moreau, 2 for 28. Taysom Hill, 2 for 15. Jimmy Graham, that Jimmy Graham, 1 for 6. Jamal Williams, 1 for 6. Lynn Bowden Jr., 1 for 5. Lions started out strong. I have not seen many teams score 21 points in the first quarter. In a quarter, sure, when they've caught their groove in the third or fourth. They scored 21 in the first quarter. I flipped on the game because I was home that weekend at my parents' house, and I was like, okay, next game, holy crap. Like, what are we doing?
Yeah.
And then it went downhill, and the Saints were able to break the Lions' defense just like they broke that guy's leg on the sideline, and it's just going up and down.
Yeah.
And but seriously,
that we were done referencing it.
Yeah. Serious note, prayers up for that guy. It was a bad break. Patella, tib fib, like leg was turning on the ground, just like
Yeah, knee dislocations aren't fun either.
Yeah, they're bad. But the Saints looked like they had a good quarterback situation going into this. Derek Carr, Stant K healthy.
Derek Carr can't stay healthy. Jameis Winston's James Wilson, and we still don't know what the fuck a Taysom Hill is.
And then, why was David
for the ages?
Why was David Carr booed? Boo Pete Carmichael. Also, boo Dennis Allen for keeping Pete Carmichael as offensive coordinator.
Yes, but when they
I don't know why David Carr was booed, considering he's been out of the league for 10 years.
Yes, but when Taysom Hill was at quarterback, they were still moving the ball.
Barely.
Granted, it was him running it. He pulled off the old crow, didn't he? Yeah. He needs some vocal juice.
I can't do
Red Stag, huh?
It's not Fireball, it's Red Stag.
Oh.
Mix that with Dr. Pepper. It's really good.
Really? Are you actually being serious? Or
Red Stag and Dr. Pepper is really good.
I mean, I don't know how much you can trust Wisconsinites opinion on alcohol because they'll drink fucking like anything.
No, it's a black cherry whiskey with Dr. Pepper. It's really good. Also, a Red Stag Red Fashion is really good.
Oh yeah, I could see that being good.
There's less alcohol in.
I have bitters. I could make it old fashioned. I actually could, but
so fuck Pete Carmichael.
Yeah.
Fuck Pete Carmichael.
The Saints feel like they should have a good quarterback, but they can't get anything going, and they just don't want to play Taysom Hill there. Tim Tebow won like playoff games. And he passed the ball like 3 times. Fuck it. Go win games.
They already have a Tim Tebow. It's the Mormon version of Tim Tebow called Taysom Hill.
Yeah, just put Taysom Hill out there, man. Let him play. Yeah. He's a good football player. Let him play.
Let him cook.
Congratulations, Tim Boyle. Your NFL career is over. Good Lord. Atlanta Falcons 13, Jets 8. Whoo! Riddler went 12 for 27 for 121. 4.5 average, 1 touchdown, no picks, 3 sacks, a 70.1 rating. On the ground, Robinson 53 yards and 18 carries. Algier 26 for 8. Cordell Patterson 5 for 11. And then receiving, Kyle Pitts 4 for 51. Bijan Robinson 3 for 26. Michael Pruitt 1 for 20. Jonnu Smith 2 for 10. Really not big numbers from any of the Falcons. Most rush yards 53 from Bijan Robinson. Most receiving 51 from Kyle Pitts. But it was even
I'm honestly
worse.
surprised Kyle Pitts led a game for the team for once.
Yeah, it was really bad for the Jets. They only had 6 offensive points. 2 points were from a safety. Tim Boyle, 14 for 25 for 148 for a 5.9 average, no touchdowns, 1 pick, 1 sack.
And they had to put in Trevor
rating.
fucking Siemian.
Yeah, they put in Trevor Siemian, who went 5 for 13 for 66 yards, a 5.1 average, and 3 sacks, a 55.3 rating. Dalvin Cook was the lead rusher on the ground, 35 for 9. Breece Hall, 16 for 13. He only had a 1.2 average. Receiving, Xavier Gibson, 5 for 77. Garrett Wilson, 3 for 50. Tyler Conklin, 3 for 35. Breece Hall, 6 for 29. Jeremy Ruckert, 1 for 12. Dalvin Cook, 1 for 11. The Jets cannot get anything going offensively. This is mostly because their line is in shambles because of injuries, and also no Aaron Rodgers is a big issue. Their defense is able to do enough for any good enough offense to set up and win a game, but they don't have an offense. They just don't, which is just crazy to me.
Don't you shrink me. Don't you touch me. Stop touching me.
Moving you just a little bit.
I'll throw fisticuffs. I'll throw fisticuffs.
Yeah,
so, I mean,
God,
you are fucked.
I don't know how legitimate Aaron Rodgers coming back is actually. I don't know if it's worth it, man. I really don't.
It's not. He's gonna get destroyed with that fucking shitty ass O line.
Yeah.
Just gonna tear his fucking Achilles again.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
He's gonna need more ayahuasca.
More ayahuasca, that's for sure. Yep.
Ayahuasca. Just rest up and ice up, and the darkness retreat again.
So yeah,
Bro,
as far as the Falcons go,
Pepsi, mix a drink.
As far as the Falcons go, I mean, what are you gonna do? You got to win, but it did not look pretty. Did not look pretty. You got 1 touchdown in total, 13 total points. Only touchdown was 1 pass to Michael Pruitt. So, yeah, not a fun game to watch. So we had a good game and a bad game and another good game and another bad game. So let's take a look at this. This was not a good game.
This was funny.
It was funny.
This was
especially as a Bengals fan. Yeah, 24-10 the final score. Steelers get beat on their home field by Kyler Murray and the Cardinals. 13 for 23 for 145, a 6.3 average, 1 touchdown, 2 sacks, an 89.9 day performance from Kyler Murray. Also, it's
not very good.
It's fun to have him back. Yeah,
it's
fun to have him back because watching him run always makes me think of the Mr. Krabs running sound. You know, his legs are so short, and he's just like, he's just like running. He doesn't take big strides. Connor also had an amazing day. James Conner, 25 for 105 and 2 touchdowns. Great day for him on the ground. Michael Carter, 4 for 25. And Kyler Murray ran 9 times for 20 yards. So 150 yards on the ground. Well done there. Receiving, Trey McBride, 8 for 89, 1 touchdown. Elijah Higgins, 1 for 21. Greg Dortch, 1 for 19. Geoff Swain, 2 for 10. Rondell Moore, 1 for 6. Did you also talk, K-Duff, on your news segment about Zach Ertz and Shaquille Leonard?
I talked about Shaq signing with the Eagles. I haven't heard anything about Zach Ertz just yet.
He's been released, so he could sign with. He's looking to sign with.
Yeah, we talked about that last week actually.
Yeah, he's looking to sign with a contending team. I would be saying he'd be a good fit for the Bengals. We kind of need another reliable tight end now that Tanner Hudson's performing well. But
injury.
Yeah,
like he's been injured prone for the past couple years.
I mean,
yeah.
Who's a really good?
And also, would you still consider yourself a contending team? Is the question.
We'll see. We'll talk about it later. But if Jake Browning keeps up what he's doing now, god dang, man.
Right.
On the Pittsburgh side of things, Kenny Pickett, 7 for 10 for 70 yards, 7-point yard average, no sacks, no picks, no touchdowns, an 89.6 rating. He then got injured, which looks like to be a high ankle sprain. So Mitch Trubisky came in, 11 for 17 for 117.
Kissing titties.
Yep. 6.9 average, 1 touchdown, no picks, no sacks, and 104.3 rating. Pretty good performance from him. On the ground, Najee Harris, 16 for 63, and Jalen Warren, 9 for 59. Quickly becoming a good two-back situation in Pittsburgh now that Matt Canada's dumbass is fired. George Pickens, 4 for 86.
Are you sure Matt Canada is actually out?
Yeah. Deontay Johnson, 4 for 33 and a touchdown. Pat Fryman, 3 for 29. Al Robinson, 3 for 19. Najee Harris, 2 for 14. Calvin Austin, third, 1 for 10. I was kind of saying this last week. I don't think Matt Canada leaving made the Pittsburgh Steelers good. I think they beat the Bengals because we were on our first week with a new quarterback because we had Burrow injured. You still beat us. You still, did what you needed to do. But at the same time, the Steelers had a lot more problems than just Matt Canada, and it's evident here.
And now the Bengals are voted out of the playoffs because they don't have their starting QB.
Yeah.
The standard is the standard.
I think the biggest thing that the Steelers need to do is they need to find a franchise quarterback. I think the Kenny Pickett experiment was fun. It's cool to have a young guy come in and...
Especially a local.
Yeah, local. And, Yinzer it up a little bit, have him say, it's first down, all that stuff. It's not working. He has not had a, masterclass game yet. You got to find a good quarterback. You got to find a franchise quarterback. So I don't know how you're going to do that, but there's plenty of quarterbacks in this draft. There are so many quarterbacks in this draft coming. So
we don't know if Pickett's completely fucked up because of Matt Canada just yet, in my opinion. So
also you
I give it one more year and then maybe consider seeing who's available in the next draft or on the free agent market.
Also, since the Bill Cowher days, Pittsburgh likes to look down at competition or play down to competition.
This is true.
So, yeah.
Yeah. But, see how it goes. Good one for the Cardinals. Kyler Murray changes a lot of things. He is a good quarterback, even though his mental aspect of the game, in my opinion, is not the greatest, but he performs very well.
You're performing very well.
Yeah, Dolphins back to their early season good performances. Tua Tagovailoa led the Miami Dolphins to a 45-15 victory against the Washington Commanders in the worst football field in the NFL, in FedEx Field in Landover, Maryland.
And somehow no torn ACLs.
Yeah. Tagovailoa, 18 for 24 for 280, an 11.7 average, 2 touchdowns, no sacks, no picks, a 141 rating. Mike White also came in and threw 1 completion for 3 yards. Akine, 17 for 73 and 2 touchdowns on the ground, as well as Mostert, 11 for 43 and a touchdown. Receiving, Tyreek Hill, 5 for 157 and 2 touchdowns. Whew. Waddle, 5 for 52. Akine, 3 for 30. Julian Hill, 2 for 23. And River Caracraft, 2 for 16. For the Commanders, Sam Howell, 12 for 23 for 127, a 5.5 average, no picks. No touchdowns, 1 pick, 3 sacks. Yeah, not over 300. One of his lowest performing games. He's done well in most other games. I don't know how he's still standing. 3 sacks is probably also one of the lowest sack numbers he's had in a game this season. Brian Robinson Jr., 7 for 53. Antonio Gibson, 10 for 35. Chris Rodriguez Jr., 7 for 29. And Sam Howell, 4 for 21 for rushing. Receiving, Curtis Samuel, 4 for 65. Antonio Gibson, 4 for 37. Juan Dotson, 2 for 23. And Cole Turner, 1 for 2. One thing you'll see here, Terry McLaurin, 0 receptions, 3 targets. Bad day for him. Miami Dolphins really shut down. Jalen Ramsey and Xavier Howard were just hounding this man. So Miami Dolphins defense and offense looks like to be hitting their stride, even with the loss of one of their pass rushers last week. I don't know if he played. There were rumors about Jason Pierre-Paul signing with the Dolphins. Doesn't have any stats if he was playing, but we'll see.
Ron Rivera,
that's just what I've seen so far. Rumors, nothing concrete yet.
Yeah. So yeah. Rough. Yeah.
Nice
Ron Rivera's gone. Ron.
For sure.
Yeah. Ron is gone. So yeah, not much else to say about this. Dolphins are in high playoff contention, if not a Super Bowl favorite to a degree. Commanders have a really talented quarterback that is getting beat up like a punching bag in a boxing ring. So, Gorlami would be happy about this one. No more Mr. Unlimited videos, at least for a little bit.
Fucking God. Until we get to somewhere else. But,
the Broncos' 5-game win streak has brought them to 500 now. Their 17-22 loss against the Texans puts them at 500, as I said. Texans snapped the streak at home. Great win for them. Russell Wilson, 15 for 26 for 186. 7.2 average, 1 touchdown, 3 picks, 3 sacks, a 53.2 rating. On the ground, Javonte Williams, 13 for 46. Russell Wilson, 10 for 44 and a touchdown. Julian McLaughlin, 4 for 15. Marvin Mims, 1 for 8. Michael Burton, 1 for 4. For receiving, Cortland Sutton, 2 for 77 and a touchdown. Jerry Jeudy, 3 for 51. Javonte Williams, 3 for 24. LaJordan Humphrey, 1 for 12. Adam Trautman, 1 for 6. Julian McLaughlin, 2 for 6. Marvin Mims, 1 for 5. And Sanjay Pirine, 2 for 5. For the Texans, CJ Stroud, 16 for 27 for 274, a 10.1 average, 1 touchdown, 5 sacks, and a 106.1 rating. Dameon Pierce, 15 for 41 on the ground with a touchdown. Singletary, 8 for 36. CJ Stroud, 6 for 11. And Dare Ogunwabe, which was the kicker 1 week, had a rush for a single yard. Receiving, Nico Collins, 9 for 191 and a touchdown.
Good old Scotty running back.
Brevin Jordan, 3 for 64. Dare Ogunwade, 1 for 14. John Mechke III, 1 for 9. Eric Starbert, 1 for 5. Andrew Beck, 1 for 5. And Devin Singletary, 1 for 4. The Houston looked very good in many facets, winning a tight game. They had to really overcome a good defense in the Broncos, led by Sean Payton and his scheming there.
Yeah.
They weren't able to get much on the ground. But again, I was surprised. AJ Terrell, or not AJ Terrell. What's his name? Other young cornerback.
Chug it.
It'll be later, Galani, trust me.
Pat Surtain.
It'll be later.
Pat Surtain.
You know you want to.
Pat Surtain was matched up the entire game against Nico Collins. Nico Collins had 9 receptions on 12 targets for 191 yards, a 21.2 average with 1 touchdown. Yeah. He was averaging almost a fourth of the field every catch against Pat Surtain, who's one of the better cornerbacks in this league, one of the most underrated in this league as well. Him and AJ Terrell are right in there about guys that are really good at the cornerback position that don't get enough love. Nico Collins torched this man. Looked like an amazing performance from him. You just need to get him a good quarterback, and CJ Stroud looks like that guy. Probably should be MVP, but they're not going to give it to him because he's a rookie. Also, I hate to break it to you, K-Duff, but your team is only up by 3 with 2:44 left, and the Steelers just got the ball at 30.
I know. I just saw the score. I'm just gonna.
Also, I had to say this though: Houston's defense locked
Get the tequila.
this game.
Get the tequila.
Yes. 3 interceptions in this game.
That first interception was a great play. Like that was
holy
a good
shit!
throw.
Fluke guy in the game award just turned into bassoon guy.
What?
Sorry, I'm still watching the game awards. I could care less about the Patriots right now.
But no, that first interception by the Texans was just a cornerback, just like, yeah, I'm just gonna yank it out of the air randomly when it was a good throw, like an open receiver on the Broncos side. Is like, damn.
Yeah. The one thing I will have a bit of concern: 5 sacks against CJ Stroud is not great. You spent some good money on offensive line. You made a trade. Yeah. 5 sacks is not great. You had a half from Brandon Bowering. You had 1 from Jonathan Harris, 1 from Jaquan McMillan. You also had a half from Zach Allen, 1 from PJ Locke, and 1 from Alex Singleton. So these are looking like blitzes. This isn't one guy like a TJ Watt just absolutely shredding through an offensive line. This is set up blitzes and coverage, which is usually coachable to a degree. Maybe CJ has to get it out quicker. Maybe you need to move some stuff around, give some extra looks. At the same time, giving up 5 sacks against a quarterback who is by far your lock for a franchise QB is not great. You want to keep him alive. And not every quarterback is built like Sam Howell, 17 inches of steel reinforced concrete surrounding your body somehow. So 5 sacks is not great. Coming from a Bengals fan, don't let your quarterback get sacked that much.
He's like a fucking tiger tank.
Every time I wake up and I think we're about to have an Andrew Luck story with Joe Burrow.
Tiger Tanks actually broke down a lot. Do not go with that misconception.
yeah, but when you shoot at him, it doesn't fucking do anything.
Depending on what was the turret
against the Sherman
used. The Shermans would actually
We're really talking
about
later tanks here now. Goddamn.
Later Shermans, like from 44 to 45, actually had penetrating powder.
The 75 barrel extended barrel.
Yeah.
All right, just bomb it. Anyway, Panthers and Buccaneers.
Just bomb it.
Yeah, you see a tank. Yeah, fuck trying to do tank-to-tank fight. Just drop a fucking 300-pound bomb on it. It'll go away.
This episode was brought to you by World of Tanks.
Yeah, sponsor us, World of Tanks. There we go. Yeah, I don't know why they won the sponsor
podcast.
Here we go.
Totally popular about the sponsor tanks.
Anyway, next game, 21-18, the final score. Tampa Bay
too
beats
toxic.
Carolina.
I can't play it anymore.
Carolina has now been, as we said before, has been eliminated from playoff contention. They had the opportunity to host a playoff game. It was mathematically possible, but also improbable. So now they're officially out of the playoff, and the first overall pick will go to the Chicago Bears.
The Bears.
It should be Marvin Harrison Jr., first of all. I don't care who you're going to get quarterback. It should be Marvin Harrison. You need a receiver to make a quarterback successful in some manner. So we will see how that goes. Oh, my God, Mitch Trubisky was a horrible pass. Anyway, Bryce Young, 15 for 31 for 178, a 5.7 average, no touchdowns, 1 pick, 4 sacks, a 52.9 rating. On the ground, Chuba Hubbard had a great day, 25 for 104 and 2 touchdowns against a Vita Vea line. Miles Sanders, 8 for 23, and Raheem Blackshear, 1 for 6. For receiving, Jonathan Mingo, 6 for 69, DJ Chark, 3 for 56, Adam Thielen, 3 for 25, Step Sullivan, 1 for 16, Miles Sanders, 1 for 6, and Ian Thomas, 1 for 6. For the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, Baker Mayfield, 14 for 29 for 202 yards, a 7-yard average, 1 touchdown, 1 interception, 1 sack, a 68.5 rating. On the ground, Rachaad White, 20 for 84 and a touchdown. Chris Godwin, 1 for 19. Trey Palmer, 1 for 13. Godwin also had a touchdown there. Chase Edmonds, 2 for 7. What the fuck?
What?
4th and 2, and the Steelers just threw a 30-yard pass. Is Matt Canada back? Tampa Bay receiving, Mike Evans, 7 for 162 and a touchdown. With this game, he is now second all-time in most repeated 1,000-yard seasons as a receiver. Rachaad White, 3 for 22. Trey Palmer, 2 for 12. And Devin Tompkins, 1 for 4. I think the Buccaneers just have a better all-around roster. They still have some leftovers of the Brady times, you know. I believe they still have Leonard Floyd. I mean, they still have Vita Vea. Yeah.
Vita Vea, of course.
No, sorry, Shaquille Barrett. They still have Vita Vea.
Vita Vea. They got Joe Tryon, who's been an okay rookie.
Mike Evans, obviously. Rachaad White looks great.
Mike Evans and Chris Godwin.
Kristen Wirfs now moved to left tackle. Yeah,
Isn't Godwin
Chris Godwin. No, he's played. He scored a touchdown.
He did play. Okay.
Yeah. So Mike Evans, Rachaad White, Vita Vea, Tristan Wirfs moved to left tackle, Chris Godwin. So they still have a lot of good pieces. The Carolina Panthers do not have many pieces at all. Obviously, also losing one of their best tight end, Hayden Hurst, to those very scary side effects like concussion. Hopefully, he makes a full recovery and has no lasting damage. But again, the Panthers' O-line is about as successful as a one-legged chair on a rocking boat. It's unstable as hell.
Screen door in a submarine.
Yeah. So not good. But for the Buccaneers, good to get a division win, and you're only one spot behind the leading position in the NFC South. Wow, Atlanta's, I love it. Atlanta's leading the NFC South at 6-6. Bengals are at the bottom of the AFC North at 6-6. Jeez, man, it is a weird time. I guess there's always one division that sucks. There's always one division that sucks.
I mean, NFC South was tank division last year, also.
Yep. Oh, it's time, Master. It's not time. Damn
not
it.
Time.
Trust me.
One, watching Joe
Okay.
Flacco in a Browns uniform is weird. 2,
It is.
watching Joe Flacco throw for 254 yards and 2 touchdowns is really weird. 3, watching Joe Flacco in a Browns uniform throw 254 yards and 2 touchdowns at the age of almost 40 is really weird. Why is he still slinging the rock? What?
Hey,
Because he's elite. He's elite.
He's elite being an arm punt passer.
I mean, he only had 1 pick, but still, yeah. I mean,
it was an arm punt. It was an arm punt. Trust me.
36-19, the final score. Rams get it done in their home stadium against the Browns. They win 36-19. Joe Flacco, 23 for 44 for 254, a 5.8 average, 2 touchdowns, 1 pick, 2 sacks, a 74.5 rating. Kareem Hunt, 12 for 48. Pierre Strong, 2 for 20. And Jerome Ford, 9 for 19. Moving on to Cleveland side of things, Elijah Moore, 4 for 83. Harrison Bryant, 5 for 49 and a touchdown. Amari Cooper, 3 for 34. Jerome Ford, 3 for 33 and a touchdown. Cedric Tillman, 2 for 20. David Njoku, 2 for 17. David Bell, 2 for 12. Moving on to the Rams, Matthew Stafford, 22 for 37 for 279 yards, a 7.5 average, 3 touchdowns, no picks, a 110.1 rating. Kieran Williams, again, proving to be a fantasy waiver wire god right now, 21 for 88 and a touchdown on the ground. Puka Nacua, 2 for 34. He was also the leading receiver. Puka Nacua, 4 for 105 and a touchdown. Demarcus Robinson, 4 for 55 and a touchdown. Cooper Kupp, 6 for 39 and a touchdown. Tyler Higbee, 2 for 35. Kieran Williams, 3 for 24. Ben Skoranek, 2 for 12. And Tutu Atwell, 1 for 9. The Browns defense really struggled here. And I think it's mainly because the combination of a veteran quarterback in Matthew Stafford, a great play caller in, his name. Sean McVay. There it is. Sean McVay. Thank you. I had a blank there. Sean McVay's great play calling.
More Red Stag.
As well as the options. Adding Cooper Kupp into the mix with, or adding Puka Nacua into the mix with Cooper Kupp and Ben Skoranek are both really good options. Not to mention Higbee's still pretty good. Tutu Atwell has had shines of greatness. And Kieran Williams coming out of nowhere. The Rams actually now look like they have an offense that has weapons. However, blocking for Stafford usually doesn't go that well. This game it did. I don't know how. Okay, I'm sorry. I just watched Ezekiel Elliott run for 15 yards. What am I in a Patriots uniform? What the fuck?
I don't know how this.
What the
fuck? Knows a thing or two about running backs.
Hey, Patriots won. Patriots won.
You're shitting me.
Good on you, Patriots. I don't like the Steelers.
Yeah, Pittsburgh does not have any timeouts left. It's under 2 minutes.
They're in victory formation. Yeah.
Yeah.
Bill Belichick. That's a first down. That's a first down.
Now I'm gonna go bang that chick again.
Well, I mean, it's true. They can't. I mean,
or get pegged. Or get pegged. We don't know which one.
They can't beat New England. I guess I'll take that.
Oh my God, Pittsburgh can't beat New England.
Yeah. So I mean,
moving on.
Lop, can you block my screen for a sec? I gotta enter my credit card information for something. Yeah, show up on the stream.
Why are you entering it in your stream? Wait.
No. Just block so I don't flash it by accident by my camera.
Okay.
Hold it up to you're saying
oh no! Don't steal my credit card.
Yo, I'm just being preemptive here. All right, fuck you.
I can see it. I can read it. I can read the number. There's numbers.
Yeah. Anyway, 42069. The Rams. The Rams, you got some good weapons on offense. Now, getting stuff together defensively will take some time because it's Aaron Donald and a bunch of guys that don't seem to be stopping too much. But at the same time, you're able to stop the Cleveland Browns. They have had some issues, obviously. No Nick Chubb, no Deshaun Watson. Defensively, was Garrett playing?
Myles Garrett?
I think he was briefly.
He said he felt a pop in his arm last week, so I don't know.
Ooh.
So doesn't look like he did. Let's say his name.
The Browns have Zadarius?
Yeah, Zadarius Smith. Been in the Browns for a while. So Browns are having a rough year injury. They definitely are the team that has caught the injury bug this year. They are the team that has been affected the most by injuries.
He was on Minnesota last year.
I thought he was on the Browns last year. Whatever.
Anyway. Up now.
Okay. Anyway,
no, keep him out. We don't want that ugly Bears fan here.
Anyway, yeah, Browns having a tough season. Rams, there's bright spots. I thought it was going to be all horrible. There's bright spots. They're sitting at 500.
Yeah,
not a bad year for the Rams, honestly. All right, now we're moving on to some interesting games. We're doing some real interesting games here.
Find one of the.
Nope, not that
one.
He's already drinking.
Because all I see are lies and collusion. This whole season is null and void. Vollenoid.
So, yeah.
No, the 49ers destroyed the fucking Eagles. Oh my God, no.
Okay.
49ers is a great team. They fucking destroyed the Eagles.
I gotta label my videos better. Half the time I click on one, I'm like, which one is this again? Because there's like 6 different video slots I have. I have to actually label these things.
And delete some of them that's not need to be used.
No, I just like there's a slot and I can replace it in the properties of which video it actually goes and grabs. So it's not a problem. Okay. But anyway,
you can get rid of Mr. Unlimited now.
Mr. Unlimited. Mr. Unlimited. I'm keeping this video. This is the next. This right here. This is the next. Let's ride. This has not left my brain since last week, and I was upset the Giants were on a bye because I wanted to see this motherfucker, the passing Pisano, go out and get another victory for the Giants. I hope he never loses a game. This guy right here is the most Giants quarterback ever. I am a Tommy DeVito fan. I am a Tommy DeVito fan.
You need some of that gabagool.
He's the most New York quarterback
anyways, the
ever
49ers and Eagles played football.
Yeah. This was a great game for a while, and then it got well, not even for actually never. It was not a great game. It was two really good teams playing each other, and one just took over. The 49ers won 42-19.
Yoda?
Yeah, he's a backup.
49ers won 42-19 was the final score. Brock Purdy, 19 for 27 for 314, an 11.6 average, 4 touchdowns, 2 sacks, a 148.8 rating. We'll talk about some of the implications of this game later
because was on another harvest.
Because there's talks right now with Brock Purdy that I'm interested to talk about you guys with. Christian McCaffrey on the ground, 17 for 93 and a touchdown. Deebo Samuel, 3 for 22 and a touchdown. Elijah Mitchell, 3 for 13. Jordan Matson, 2 for 10. 146 in the rushing column in total. Run the damn ball. Love it. Love it.
Run the damn ball.
Deebo Samuel, 4 for 116 and 2 touchdowns. George Kittle, 4 for 68. Brandon Ayuk, 5 for 46 and a touchdown. Juwan Jennings, 3 for 44 and a touchdown. Christian McCaffrey, 3 for 40. Deebo Samuel had 22 yards of rushing and 116 yards of receiving. That is 138 yards and 3 touchdowns in total by himself. I mean, by himself. I mean, you're still getting blocks from Juszczyk and Williams and the rest of your line, as well as great passes by Brock Purdy. Moving on to the Eagles, Jalen Hurts, 26 for 45 for 298, a 6.6 average, 1 touchdown, 3 sacks, 85.2 rating. Jalen Hurts, 7 for 20 and a touchdown on the ground. DeAndre Swift, 6 for 13. Marcus Mariota, 2 for 6. Kenneth Gainwell, 2 for 5. And Boston Scott, 1 for 2. Receiving, A.J. Brown, 8 for 114. Devontae Smith, 9 for 96 and a touchdown. Kenneth Gainwell, 5 for 42. Quez Watkins, 3 for 28. Boston Scott, 1 for 27. And DeAndre Swift, 2 for 7. The biggest issue with this was the Philadelphia Eagles' defense. Their defensive line could stop a bunch of the runs. McCaffrey only had 93 yards, which is really good, limiting to that much with how many carries he had. They had 17, which is a little high for him-ish. Most of those runs that were successful were to the outside. Interior running is not happening against the Eagles. Their defense also got a lot better. They just got, as we said, Shaquille Leonard. Yeah, as the middle linebacker. So that's going to be another good thing to stop the run. The secondary, there's a lot of injuries. There's a lot of fucking injuries.
You guys really could have used Rasul Douglas.
So the absolutely go-go gadget receiving core of the San Francisco 49ers in Deebo Samuel, George Kittle, Brandon Ayuk, Christian McCaffrey was not something you guys could stop, and it showed. Also, trick plays from Shanahan are something else. I'll talk about the trick plays the Bengals like to run, where we throw a screen pass into another pass, and it gets intercepted behind the line of scrimmage. And we do it again, and then we threw 14 screens in one NFL game. I'll get to you, Zach Taylor. I will talk about you later, Zach Taylor. I'm very disappointed. We'll move on.
Okay, hold on.
Who cares?
I gotta say this: the defense secondary, fucking injured. Jalen Hurts, the 3 sacks was on bad plays. He held it for too long. Those were coverage sacks. The line was blocking for a good 5 seconds, and Jalen Hurts just basically held on to it and coverage sack.
Translation: like, this whole season is Volanoid.
No, I'm not saying no. 49ers won it. They fucking won it. They're that good.
The Niners secondary worked very well. The scheming in the defensive play calling was very good for them. But the one thing I want to talk about is the betting favorite, I believe right now, or at least after this game, for MVP was Brock Purdy.
Really?
Ooh.
Yes.
Huh.
And he was over names. He was over names like Lamar Jackson.
Okay.
He was over names like Dak Prescott. He was over names. He was over names like Christian McCaffrey. He was over names like C.J. Stroud. He was over names like Tyreek Hill.
That's
Now,
also iffy.
Nah, Tyreek's
sense.
been fucking cooking, dude.
But he was the highest rated betting wise. So that
Yeah.
means there's some insider information that this looks like the favorite right now.
Yeah, but Tyreek
Makes sense.
is.
I mean,
most likely he might break the record for single.
He had some down weeks and
He's
was
on
injured.
his way. Yeah.
So he would have to pick up the pace a little bit. So Tyreek, if he breaks it, maybe, but we'll see.
They do go into quarterback. Quarterbacks do get
no
more
baby
votes,
sips, dude.
Yes.
But Brock Purdy has been doing really well this year.
Yeah, and then people
Like,
are
yes,
He had a hiccup for like.
people are
Because of
complaining.
injuries.
I also saw that one guy with a beard and long hair on like a Colin Cowherd show or something. I don't know what his name is.
It's
doing,
Colin
like, the court-
Cowherd.
Not
Two
Colin
guys
Cowherd.
with beards and long hair next to you.
Other guy, whatever his name is. It's not Colin Cowherd. It's a different guy. Talking about
fucking
the mountain of quarterbacks, and Deebo Samuel was pulling Brock Purdy up 4 levels. I'm like, stop. Brock Purdy is an NFL quarterback that, if we look at some of the stats here for him, especially I want to look at his complete. One of the most impressive things for him, if we look at, I think, 2020 season, his completion percentage in the regular season, 70% of his passes he's completing. He has 23 touchdowns and 6 interceptions, a overall record of overall rating of 116, 3,000 yards, a 9.6 average. His average pass goes for 9.6 yards. Now, how many yards of that is in the air? You can figure that out. At the same time, he is playing very well. He has 3 interceptions in the last 5 games.
You know, that reminds me of another check down quarterback that's been an MVP.
Brady. 7-time NFL champion. And you're going to tell me
King of the
you
check down.
You don't want to give it to Brock Purdy because, he's throwing checkdowns to Deebo Samuel. And shut the fuck up.
No, I want to give it to Brock Purdy.
Yeah. No, I'm talking to
I give it to Brock
I'm
Purdy.
talking to people in general. The people are complaining. Like, why is
It
he
sounded like
considered-
you were going against him.
And then they sucked a dick at Tom Brady.
Yeah, like people are like, especially Cowboys fans, they're like, oh, it needs to be Dak. Like, you have 6 games a year against dog shit teams. Well, 4.
More than 6.
4 against dog shit teams guaranteed. Giants twice, even though he's bringing it this time.
Stop.
But and then you have also another 2 against
Temper.
Washington. But at the same time, Brock Purdy's playing incredible. Do I believe that there are guys that deserve it more this year because of stats? Yeah. Tyreek Hill or Christian McCaffrey. I think it should go to McCaffrey.
Yeah.
I think he's due for one. And also, he's been doing incredible. Just so many touchdowns. He had at least 1 touchdown in the air or on the ground in every single game up until, I think, 2 or 3 weeks ago. Amazing performance from him. But yeah, Brock Purdy being in the MVP conversation or becoming the MVP is not wrong. He has the stats to back it up.
Yeah.
And it doesn't matter if the people around him are really good because he might make them better if you consider that.
I mean, better than CJ Beathard and
I mean, people are saying like, why isn't Garoppolo? Because people are saying the difference between this team and what Garoppolo had is Jimmy Garoppolo, and that's pretty much the same thing. Obviously, the addition of McCaffrey helps a lot, but the team is mostly the same from when Garoppolo played, at least offensively, and Purdy played. Look at Garoppolo's stats in the 49ers and look at Purdy's stats. Purdy has a much higher completion percentage, fewer sacks, gets the ball up quicker, so he has fewer interceptions, less sacks, higher rating, more touchdowns. Like, Brock Purdy is a better quarterback. Brock Purdy is one of the best quarterbacks in the NFL. He's in the top half, at
Big
least.
cock Brock. Big cock Brock.
Yeah,
Like,
I will say, like, when the 49ers drafted Trey Lance, many people were saying that this guy was going to become the Kyle Shanahan's magnum opus. I didn't think that magnum opus was going to come a year later in the form of a Mr. Irrelevant.
No.
And thing is, though, with Trey Lance,
Out of an
was
Iowa
injuries.
State quarterback, baby.
Yeah, of all things, yeah.
Yeah, but Trey Lance was also injuries. He hasn't had a chance to play because
He's
of
a
injuries.
Division II quarterback.
I mean, sometimes injuries to your starting quarterback kind of force another quarterback that's been drafted late in the rounds of the NFL draft to come in and just take your team on a magical
And
run
win
and
7
stardom.
Super Bowls.
Yeah.
Case in point,
This is
Tom Brady.
This is not gonna. And I'm not gonna put the. I'm not gonna say. I'm not gonna say Brock Purdy is not good, but I think Kyle Shanahan helped.
Yeah, he definitely does make it
develop.
better. Brock Purdy's not horrible,
Yeah.
but he's also not the best quarterback ever. There's some leeway in there. His teammates help him out. His coach helps him out. But if this was Sam Darnold, no fucking way. You're not getting the same performance out of Sam Darnold. Of
course not.
You're not getting the same performance out of Jimmy Garoppolo.
Out of Tim
You're not
Boyle.
getting the same performance out of Tim Boyle, Mark
Boyle.
Sanchez,
Tim
Dan
Boyle,
Orlovsky.
CJ Beathard.
There's so many different. Brock Purdy is still a very good quarterback, and the numbers he have backs up why he could be MVP. Like the best. If the MVP went to the best player, it should have gone to Trenton Williams the last 12 years.
Or Joe Thomas.
Yeah, or even Aaron Donald. Like, those guys are probably some of the best players in their positions of all time ever. But you're never going to see a lineman get an NFL MVP. They went to a kicker once, and people freaked out. And that was also because of, a lockout season. So, it's going to go to a quarterback, or it's going to go to an absolutely over-receiving kind of guy. Or overachieving kind of offensive player. It'll never go to a defensive player, in my opinion. I don't think it could. Because J.J. Watt deserved every bit of it, and he never got it. Didn't it go to it once? Lawrence Taylor got one, I believe.
I think LT got one.
I think LT did get one. I think.
I'm actually looking up 2 defensive players: Alan Page in 1971 and Lawrence Taylor.
Oh, Alan Page. Yeah, but I don't know if it'll go.
I actually looked it up.
All right, moving on next.
Hey, look, it's Flag Bowl.
No way! I don't think so, pal. That's not how this works.
Oh, look, there's a flag. There's a flag for you. There's a flag for you. Oh, look.
It's the home of the refs.
Look at all these flags.
At the end of the game, the refs made every wrong call on both teams. Both teams got horrible calls against and for them. It was ridiculous.
Yeah.
The final score 19-27 from Lambeau Field. Packers get the win by 8. Really interesting game. Just no one expected this. People expected, Kansas City's playing a sub 500 team. They're going to win in prime time. Taylor Swift was in attendance. Didn't happen. Patrick Mahomes 21 for 33.
Yeah, but guess what? Simone Biles was in attendance.
Yeah.
We go to gymnastics for the win.
Who is she dating on the Packers again?
Jonathan Owens.
21 for 33.
Who has only been relevant the last 2 weeks.
Yeah.
Who?
21 for 33 for Patrick Mahomes. 210 for yardage, 6.4 average, 1 touchdown, 1 interception, 3 sacks, 79.1 rating. I will say the Packers' run defense needs a bit of an upgrade because Pacheco just ran for 110 yards and 18 carries for a touchdown. Mahomes also ran for 26 yards on 4 carries. Receiving, Kelsey led the way, 4 for 81. Rashee Rice, 8 for 64. Marquez Valdes-Scantling, 2 for 25. Pacheco, 3 for 13. Richie James, 1 for 12. And Clyde Edwards-Helaire, 1 for 8. For the Packers, Jordan Love, 25 for 36. 267, a 7.4 average, 2 sacks, 118.6 rating. A.J. Dillon, 18 for 73. Patrick Taylor, 2 for 29. Christian Watson, 2 for 15. Jordan Love, 2 for 10. And James Robinson, 1 for 2 on the ground, 129 rushing yards in total. Receiving, Romeo Doubs, 4 for 72. Christian Watson, 7 for 71 and 2 touchdowns. This guy is just Mr. December and later. He's iffy in the first starts of the year, but late in the year, he turns it on. Davian Wicks, 3 for 43.
Cold weather football turns him into an animal.
So someone else was apparently Mr. December, Matt LaFleur. Apparently he's never lost a game in December coaching the Pack.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, apparently.
Losing next week.
Yeah, we're losing we're losing
what, because I said it? I'm not always a jinx.
Tucker Kraft, 3 for 37. Jalen Reed, 4 for 16. Matt Keith, 1 for 15. A.J. Dillon, 1 for 14. And Ben Sims, 1 for 1.
Wait, no passing stats for the rest for how many flags you threw?
Yeah, the amount of flags.
5. You know, Pacheco probably could have had more rushing yards, but he decided to throw a haymaker at Keyshawn Nixon.
Yeah. What are you trying to look for?
Team stats.
Penalties you're looking for?
Yeah. Turnovers.
Hold on, I can look it up.
Game cast. Let's do full team stats. Full team stats. Let's look at this.
It's just shit again.
Interceptions. Will they not show? Really? They don't want to show. Okay.
First down for penalties. I saw first down for penalties, but I don't know, like full list. Whatever.
Yeah.
was a joke.
There was a lot of penalties late in the game. They were all bad calls. A late hit on Patrick Mahomes, which wasn't a late hit. A very big missed roughing or defensive pass interference that was not called on the Packers. That was blatant. That's like textbook.
Even because he kept his eye on the ball.
Yeah, girl, I mean, you're not gonna.
The shitty thing about this is that this officiating crew is probably going to be officiating at like a championship game later this year.
Yeah.
And here's the thing: I thought it was pretty good up until those last like 5
minutes.
minutes.
It was fine until late. It was not good. The one thing I'll say, looking at both these teams, the Packers seem to have something good going for him. Jordan Love looked very good. If you can continue this production up, you definitely look like you are going to be a good pick. You know, letting him learn as Aaron Rodgers learned from Brett Favre, he will learn from Rodgers. Maybe that can continue. Maybe you can have some success there.
I think what makes it easier for him too is that he is doing it with a bunch of young guys.
Yeah, they can all learn together and grow together. They're the youngest team in the NFL, and they might be able to make the playoffs, which would be great for them. I don't think they'll do much in the playoffs, but...
And they accept the fact that they're going to make mistakes right now, I think.
Yeah. You have to reduce the amount of mistakes as best you can.
Look at the start of our season. It's been rough.
I think
and
also for the
starting
Chiefs,
to click a little bit.
This kind of solidifies. I don't think they'll get to the Super Bowl. Now, yes, the path is currently paved in gold for the Chiefs. Lawrence is hurt. Burrow is hurt. You're relying on Tua and Lamar to stay healthy. Yikes.
Did they have 3 of their defensive players get hurt, though, too?
Yeah, Allen is playing horrible.
In the first half.
So, the Chiefs
like the only... Go ahead.
The Chiefs look like they have a path to the Super Bowl. Easily laid out for them. But you need receivers to catch the ball. And these guys are better at dropping the ball than they are at catching it.
Yeah.
Also,
the only
go ahead, Kiddo.
I was going to say the only roadblock seems to be Miami, and I would say Ravens, but they're still too iffy to me. I don't think they can beat the Chiefs on paper right now.
I agree.
And you need them more healthy.
Hold on, it's not the NFL's rigged. It's just because the coaches are fucking competent at times. Doug Peterson. There's been a lot of incompetent coaching this year in general.
Yeah,
far too much.
Joe Barry.
Pete Carmichael,
Brandon Staley.
Yeah. Yep. All right.
Ron Rivera.
But yeah, the Chiefs' defense usually looks really good. They did not look good this week. They were not able to stop what the Packers have going. But again, Matt LaFleur can call a good game. He has a very good play-calling mind about him. And once Love is getting comfortable and these receivers are starting to really get comfortable in their roles and Watson's playing in a cold game, who knows?
The Chiefs' defense has been a bit iffy the past couple of years, especially with losing pieces like
they
Tyrann
looked
Mathieu,
really
Frank
good
Clark.
this year. They looked really good this year, and then this game comes out.
Good.
Three of those guys got hurt against us in the first half.
Right, but at the same time, like defense
it doesn't help you.
I think when it comes down to it, defense, I think the scheme matters more than the personnel. If you have good personnel, you can still win. Don't get me wrong, but I think the scheme matters more because if you look at teams like the Bengals, we have good players, and they're good players. They're not like, I don't know if there's many Pro Bowl players on the Bengals defense. Like Pro Bowl this year. Trey Hendrickson, maybe. Sam Hubbard, Cam Taylor-Britt, you could throw one his way. Other than that, maybe Logan Wilson as well, but I don't think he's getting enough recognition. It's the scheme. Lou Anarumo is drawing up these amazing schemes, putting guys in the right positions to do what they do best and using them appropriately. I think the Chiefs, it's also their scheme. Like, they have some good players like Chris Jones, but like, dude.
Can we trade?
No, please, for the love of God, do
You can have Joe Barry.
Keep Lou Anarumo in Cincinnati if it costs $1 billion. We need him. We need him so bad.
You can have Joe Barry. He's great.
I don't want. Dude, I wouldn't take. I don't care if you get a time machine and give me prime Mike Ditka. I'm taking Lou Anarumo over anyone.
Don't worry. Brandon Staley will get fired, and then Spanos will take him off your hands because he's a fucking idiot.
Yeah.
Hey.
Anyway, good win by the Packers, youngest team in the NFL, beating the former NFL champions. So
NFC North's just taking down the Super Bowl champs this year.
Yeah,
Lions beat them,
except for the Bears.
Yeah, well, that's the Bears and they're trash.
The Bears.
Did the Vikings beat them? Did the Vikings what?
Yes.
Vikings did, didn't they? Oh damn.
Yeah.
NFC North were the best.
Now,
No, we're not. No, we're not.
Bob, how do you feel about this game?
I do have something to say with this game. Yeah, 75 is... He's my spirit animal.
What did he say?
Jackass!
Sorry.
That's probably a $5,000 fine.
I went to
Before
sleep
you start,
early because of work.
Before you start, Lab, I do have something to say.
Go ahead.
So, one of the greatest gunsmiths in America, John Moses Browning, was good at making guns. Who would have thought that his offspring would be good at slinging the rock and gunslinging?
Is that his? There's no way that he's like.
No,
it's the last name Browning. It's the last name Browning, so it's funny.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
if there is a relation
Bengals
between
win
Jake Browning
in
and John Moses Browning, that'd be awesome.
The Cincinnati Bengals win a close game in Jacksonville in overtime by a game-winning field goal from Evan Shooter McPherson. 34-31, the final score on Monday Night Football in the Monday Night Catfight. I didn't think the Bengals were going to win. I still picked them, but I didn't think they were going to win because the Jaguars looked like a good team without Joe Burrow. I said Jake Browning wasn't going to cut it. We should start A.J. McCarron. Jake Browning, 32 for 37 for 354, a 9.6 yard average, 1 touchdown, no picks, 2 sacks, a 115.5 rating. Jake Browning, these are my words.
Oh. He's actually eating paper on screen. He's eating something that said words on it.
I'm eating my words.
It's a W.
For those of you just listening to the audio only podcast, he just ate a piece of paper.
Yeah, it had words on it. I ate my words.
Did
you
like specifically write ward?
It said words on it.
Yeah, I caught it a little bit.
Got it.
I think I got it a little bit. Didn't pick up too well on the. Yeah,
the only interception in the game was thrown by Tyler Boyd on his only pass, which was a screen pass. You throw a screen to a guy, he catches it behind where the passer threw the pass from, and then throws his own. He decided to throw it back across the field to another screen. I want to make this known. I don't think there's been a team in NFL history that have thrown more screens than the Bengals this year. And I want to say that I don't think we have anyone on our team that excels getting screens besides Jamar Chase. We throw a screen to Jamar Chase every now and then. It looks pretty good. We throw a screen to Joe Mixon. We throw a screen to Tyler Boyd, who throws a screen pass again. And I want to say this too. Like, let me get out the whiteboard here, all right? Look. You see this right here? This is...
No, I don't.
Get the whiteboard. Okay, you see this? We're going to look at the Bengals play call here. We're going to look at the Bengals play call. You got the center,
Last
the
year, I
guards,
would say like
tackles.
all the fucking sweeps would probably be Patriots because all Matt Patricia knew was shovel passes to the running back. So
that failed spectacularly.
Yeah, I was like screaming it every time it happened. These don't fucking work.
You see what we got here? See what we got here? This is the Bengals offense. You got the offensive line and everything. I'll move forward a little bit. You see that?
Is that a play for ants?
Okay. Let me draw it a bit bigger then, okay? Let me fucking draw it a bit bigger.
We all know it's just going to be a screen pass or just an interception.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. We took the ball, okay? And Jake Browning here threw it to Tyler Boyd. Here. This guy came out and blocked. The tight end blocked like it was a screen. These guys came over and blocked this way. Okay? There was a route ran by the tight... Actually, this tight end came over and they were trying to get him across the middle of the field. That didn't happen. So we threw... All right? We threw a screen pass to Tyler Boyd over here. And he was going to throw a pass from here across the field for another screen. We were throwing 2 screens in the same play. Zach Taylor, what is this? What is this? What are you fucking doing? God damn it.
Let me go piss while he rants.
Oh my God.
Cross body across the field is like the #1 rule of throwing. Don't do it.
2 screens in the same play, Zach Taylor.
Looking at you,
and then you add the fact that there's 2 screens, like, ooh.
Oh my God. Oh.
Like, was he just expecting everyone to bite?
Yeah, and I mean they didn't bite. He just threw it across the field and threw another screen. I don't get why we do that.
And if that corner's job is to just sit and watch the guy on the other side, well, that's what he's gonna do.
The rest of the, I mean, despite the play calling, we still played well. Mixon 19 for 68 on the ground with 2 touchdowns. Chase Brown 9 for 61.
Piss mess, and holy shit.
Jake Browning 2 for 22 and a touchdown running as well. Jamar Chase receiving 11 for 149 and a touchdown. Joe Mixon 6 for 49. Tyler Boyd 5 for 37. T Higgins 3 for 36. Tanner Hudson 4 for 35. Trent Irwin 1 for 25. Michael Wilcox 1 for 12, and Drew Sample 1 for 11. For the Jaguars, Trevor Lawrence, before he got hurt, 22 for 29 for 258, an 8.9 average, 2 touchdowns, 2 sacks, at 125.4 rating. He will be back this season. Doesn't look like it is a injury that will keep him out forever. It looks like a high ankle sprain, even though it looked kind of bad as he was getting rolled up on. His leg almost looked like it was going to come out of socket. It seemed like he was getting just basically laid over his own leg, which was twisted under a lineman. CJ Beathard came in 9 for 10 for 63 yards. Didn't play bad, only had 2 sacks, 92.9 rating. Travis Etienne 11 for 45 and a touchdown. Trevor Lawrence 5 for 8 for a touchdown, and CJ Beathard 1 for 7, as well as Calvin Ridley 3 for 7 on the ground. Receiving, Evan Ingram 9 for 82 and a touchdown. Zay Jones 5 for 78. Parker Washington 6 for 61 and a touchdown. Travis Etienne 4 for 34. Christian Kirk 1 for 26. Calvin Ridley 4 for 26. Luke Farrell 1 for 9, and Dearness Johnson 1 for 5. It came down to the overtime field goal from Evan McPherson. He did miss one earlier and redeemed himself here. I think the biggest thing with this game for the Bengals was the all-white uniforms, first of all. Still killer uniforms. Jackass, yeah. But also just getting good production out of Jamar Chase, 149 yards. Mixon also had 2 touchdowns, running really well. And golly, Jake Browning. I didn't know he was like that, man. I have to apologize. I did not know your game. 32 for 37. 354 yards, a 9.6 average, 1 touchdown, 2 sacks, a 115.5 rating. Great performance filling in for Joe Burrow. On the other side, Jacksonville, defense has got to be improved against a Bengals team with a backup quarterback, even with all the weapons the Bengals have. Still should be performing a lot better. Getting 2 sacks on the Bengals O-line is not something that is not a great idea if you want to win games doing that. And then for Trevor Lawrence, you hope he can come back as quickly as possible. But that offense did not look like it was firing on all cylinders for some of the game. They had some good drives, they set up some good plays, but at the same time, like, some drives just look to fall flat. So you got to have a little more consistency. And this is still kind of a young team, but you're starting to grow out of that young stage, and when people stop saying you're young, you need to say you're good or bad. So you got to make up your mind here, or else you're just going to be called inconsistent, and you're the Cowboys of the AFC, which is the Bills' title right now, but you can take it, Jacksonville. So let's see what you do here. Any other thoughts on this game, gentlemen? In the Jake Browning masterclass?
Trusting CJ Beathard.
Yeah. I mean, he did fine. He went 9 for 10 for 63 yards. Like, he didn't do anything wrong.
But I love that Doug Pearson was like, when we're on defense, it was kind of too loud, so he had some miscues. It's like, you're in fucking Duval. They will be fucking loud. Did you not expect when your defense is on the field, they're going to be fucking loud?
Yeah.
Your fans going to be loud when you're on defense? You're starting to go into your fucking dumbassery, Doug Peterson.
If we're being honest, is Doug Peterson really the smartest guy in the world, or the smartest coach in the coaching room?
No, fuck no, fuck
no.
no,
So,
fuck no, fuck no, fuck no.
This should not surprise you.
He did win you that one Super Bowl.
I know, but then fuck it. I'll take that fluke, but damn,
it's not really a fluke when you won it.
Yep. All right.
I'll take it.
Final game that we're covering is the really close game between the Steelers and Patriots. Patriots got the win 21-18 on this Thursday night football game. Just recently wrapped up. Bailey Zappi was the starting quarterback for the Patriots. 18 for 29 for 240 and 8.6 average. 3 touchdowns, 1 pick, 2 sacks, and 115.2 rating. Good performance from him. Elliott 22 for 68 on the ground, as well as Zappi 3 for 13. Receiving, Juju Smith-Schuster 4 for 90. Ezekiel Elliott 7 for 72 and a touchdown. Hunter Henry 3 for 40 and 2 touchdowns. Ty Montgomery 1 for 17. Taquan Thornton 3 for 17. Pharaoh Brown 1 for 4.
Happy birthday to Hunter Henry, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, Good birthday for him. For the Steelers, Mitch Trubisky, 22 for 35 for 190, 5.4 average, 1 touchdown, 1 interception, a 74.7 rating, and 2 sacks. He also was the leading rusher, 30 yards and 8 carries and a touchdown. Najee Harris, 12 for 29, and Calvin Austin, 1 for 12, as well as Jalen Warren, 7 for 11. Great job by the Patriots front D-line to stop a lot of these rushes. Receiving,
our D-line's been pretty okay for the rest of the year.
Deontay Johnson, 357 and a touchdown. Jalen Warren, 4 for 29. Allen Robinson, 1 for 21. Najee Harris, 3 for 19. George Pickens, 5 for 19. Pat Freiermuth, 3 for 18. Connor Hayward, 2 for 15. And Darnell Washington, 1 for 12. There was a debatable call late in the game where the Steelers were trying to get the Patriots offside, and they did a snap count. They did a hard count during one of the punts where it was like 4th and 3, and one of the Patriots players jumped. However, they then went back and looked at the long snapper, and he lifted his head up because he went from the snapping to looking forward, which you're allowed to do when they called it a false start. So
just call it. I just chalk it up to ref ball, if anything.
Yeah,
really.
A little bit of ref ball there, but again, the performance by Bailey Zappi was very adequate. 19 for 28 for 240, and no 3 touchdowns, 1 pick. Not bad at all. Definitely better than
I
Trubisky.
wouldn't say so.
Trubisky only had 1 touchdown, 1 interception, 22 for 35, and 190. Much better.
Yeah, with the way our offense has been looking this year, I kind of expected this to be reversed and score like we did well, but like still lose by like within 1 score at least. So I'm pleasantly surprised. This changes nothing in ranking for us or draft order, but I mean, a win's a win. I'll take it. Helps you too, yeah.
Yeah, Pittsburgh moves down.
6-0.
If we win against the Colts, we'll be tied with them, but below them because I believe we've only played them once and they're above us right now. So
they beat you if I remember right. Yeah,
they did. Yeah, we were at home and they beat us, so we'll have to go and try to beat them in Heinz Field. I don't care. That's called a Cruiser Stadium. Fuck off, it's Heinz.
Yeah, it's Heinz.
But again, watching Ezekiel Elliott run for 15-yard first down in Patriots uniform was just mind-bogglingly crazy.
He ran for more than 5 was ridiculous for me.
Yeah. Great performance by the Patriots to get the job done, though. They kind of started choking it away late, but were able to capitalize on some of the Steelers' mistakes.
Mm-hmm. Anyway, also, was that Juju's first return home to Pittsburgh since he left there? Or did he get there with the Chiefs at one point?
No idea. No idea.
Well, either way, he played a decent game for him, I guess.
Yep. Mamba, go ahead, and before we get into Tank Bowl, give us the MVP of the week.
Like I said, I did. I want to do Debo for this week because him and Birdie just cooking it.
I could see Debo with Jake Browning.
A 3-touchdown day, of course, you got to give it to Debo.
I was thinking about doing Browning, but then I was just like, well. Fuck, who did they play? They played, the Jags, which, I mean, they had an injury on the other end, so.
I mean, yeah, but still, only 6 missed passes.
354.
Yeah, 354.
Over 85% completion.
That's true.
Yeah. But Debo's fine.
Debo's fine. Come on.
Yeah, Debo went almost 150 yards in total yardage as well as 3 touchdowns. Yeah. That's still very reputable, especially for a skill player, not a quarterback.
Co-MVP for the week, ref ball.
Yeah, ref ball was definitely. Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway, let's go ahead and get into the Tank Bowl.
Oh yeah, that's right. Oh God. Shit, I thought the rum hit me harder later instead of now. Goddamn. All right, Panthers, you're still at worst. You're fucking shit.
You're eliminated. Of course you're shit.
Yeah. Now it's tough because Patriots lost 6-0. Yeah, they have to stay stinky right now. I'm not, but I'm counting that next week. I'm going to cut that next week for the Patriots winning. See what the Giants do this week.
Yeah,
that's fair.
Giants and Bears had a bye, so I think they stay.
Cardinals beat the Steelers.
Ooh,
Could you possibly move down the Chargers? I mean, they won, but it was only off two field goals.
It's either it could be either Chargers, Washington, or Tennessee that switched with.
I think
the
Washington lost the worst.
Washington
probably lost the worst.
They lost
the worst.
Yeah, and then you got the NFC South because they're fucking shit.
Yeah.
I don't see anything for changing of honorable mentions because the Jets could be put at honorable mentions.
I'm surprised they're not. They weren't to begin with.
I kind of
their
forgot
defense
about that.
carries a lot of weight.
I know.
Yeah.
The defense is really good.
Yeah, but Sauce Gardner and company can only do so much.
Yeah. Vegas has looked better, even though they lost to Chiefs last week. They look better without McDaniels.
Mm-hmm. The rest of the teams I don't think are anywhere in there. The rest of these teams, honestly, all have a shot at winning a playoff game.
Yeah.
Except for maybe Vegas. Vegas is only one, but then they're going to be...
Vegas is the definition of mid this season.
They're fringe, mediocre, and in the hunt. It's hard to gauge it right now.
Anyway,
not that much change because of bye weeks, really.
New segment we're doing is that after we do this tier list, which is the tier list that shows the top 5 worst teams, I'm picking a random tier list that Masson has to rank. We're starting fast food.
Okay, hold on. Wait. Hold on. Let me see what the choices are. Oh, In-N-Out F. In-N-Out F.
In-N-Out F? Why In-N-Out F?
Hold on. I'll make sure.
Wait. Why is In-N-Out F? In-N-Out's good.
I thought they're fucking West Coast, or am I thinking something else?
They are West Coast.
They're West.
Yeah, that's why. Yeah, fuck In-N-Out. That's right. That's what I'm thinking. Yeah, In-N-Out.
Just because they're West Coast. Just because they're West Coast?
Yes.
Dude, I've been to.
Where's Whataburger? Hold on. Where's Whataburger?
Right here.
Right there.
S tier.
That's S tier to you?
Yes.
Whataburger's very good. I've had it a few times.
I've been to a Whataburger.
Hold on.
Not a fan.
I was missing someone on the side. Why are we doing a tier list of restaurants now?
You missed me saying it. We're now going to do a random tier list every week. Mason's going to rank stuff every week. Just a random tier list after this.
I have
hold on. Quiznos F tier. They're gone.
Yeah.
Yeah, Quiznos is gone. This is dated.
Sparrow, whatever the fuck they're F tier. They're F tier. It's on the far right.
Far right.
I used to love Sparrow.
Yeah.
Shake Shack is F tier because what my friends fucking did to me after
what?
Shake Shack is
It's his list. It's his list. It's his list.
You are being brutal.
No. I was on work travel in Washington when we got to see the Washington Nationals play, and they made me drive to Shake Shack after that. I was like, I didn't want to go back to the fucking hotel.
So you blame you being pissed off about being driven around somewhere.
I'm putting Chuck E. Cheese here because I don't know why it's on this list.
All right, now hear you out. I swear to God, if you rank Dunkin's anywhere lower than OS.
Oh no, they're S tier. They're S tier no matter what.
Wow.
Krispy Kreme is Kreme is the F tier. Krispy
Kreme.
Whoa! I hate Krispy Kreme.
It's his list,
all the way.
Wow.
Jesus Christ, you're opinionated. Oh my God, it's S and F and no in between.
Camera, please.
Oh my goodness.
Why is Baskin Robbins considered fast food?
There's some ice places in here, like the Cold Stone Creamery's in here. Auntie Anne's is in here. The pretzel place.
I never had Auntie Anne's, so I don't know.
They're all right.
Hold on.
I will say if you've had one I will say if you've had like one mall stand pretzel place, you've had them all.
So Auntie Anne, I don't know. Bojangles, I'm putting at A tier.
Bojangles.
I've never been to a Bojangles.
I just had it. Besides Baskin Robbins, which Baskin Robbins is A tier.
Baskin A tier,
not S. Okay. Bojangles is A.
Okay.
Where does he put the B-dubs?
B-dubs? Oh, I'd put that at like D.
C or D. It's mid. It's got some good stuff. It's got sports. It's got beer.
It's got beer.
That's shitty food and.
Yeah,
that's what really does it for me is they got beer and they usually run a special on beer.
That's it about everyone really goes to the beer and to watch games that they can't watch at home.
E for beer.
DQ is E tier.
Fair. That's fair.
DQ's got some good food.
I would have put it.
It's okay.
Five Guys S tier.
Yes.
Those burgers are magnificent.
No, I'll agree with that.
So overrated.
Chick-fil-A put an F.
What?
What?
Yes, they're F
Not
tier.
a fan of it
Fuck
either.
Chick-fil-A.
Why are they F tier?
It's a fucking cult.
Yeah,
is a
that's
bit
what.
more.
That's what
You're a fucking cult for some of the
California
shit you
Pizza
put down
Kitchen is
there.
considered fast food.
I worked at one for 6 years. It does get kind of culty, but it's good food still. It is good food.
I never had Carl's Jr.'s.
Why is there a
Hardee's?
6 in there?
Hardee's
It's
is
better
Carl's
than Hardee's.
Jr.'s.
Yeah, Hardee's is just Carl's Jr.'s.
I didn't.
Yeah,
But
it's the same
better.
thing.
But
Well,
better.
I had Hardee's though.
I've
That
never
doesn't mean-
understood
I
that.
never-
Places like Checkers and Rallies, Carl's Jr.'s, and Hardee's, they're the same restaurant, but they have two different names.
That's
I
like
never
Quick
had
Trip.
Check.
If you go in Iowa, it's a Quick Star.
I never had Checkers. I
What?
never had Jack in the Box.
It's so
Jack
in the Box here.
Copyright.
Jack in the Box is all right.
You ever had Elevation Burger? I don't even know what the hell
I
this
haven't
is.
even heard of
don't
Elevation
know.
Burger until now.
Cookout?
Cookout.
What's
See,
that?
it's weird. Cookout is cheap, but their food is meh. So mid.
What is
C tier.
Cookout?
Oh, one of the greatest things for college, though. They
Yeah.
have some
Sonic.
great milkshakes. Their milkshakes are
Speaking
awesome.
of college, Taco Bell.
I'd
That's
put
at
Taco
least
Bell at
pretty
D.
mid.
That's B
or B.
B. Oh,
Yeah,
when
B.
you're
I'm not a
drunk-
Taco Bell fan, honestly.
Oh, when you're drunk and your dorm is right next
It's
to Taco
so
Bell,
good.
that's some
I like
good
their
shit.
Baja
true.
Blast. I like the
That is
Baja
true.
Blast. The rest of the Taco Bell menus, meh.
Easy Gordita
Panda
Crunch.
Ex- Panda Express. It depends on what area. I've had some good ones. I've had some bad ones. B tier.
I would say A or B for me. Yeah, they're pretty good. Arby's.
A tier. I actually do like.
Oh,
Arby's.
fuck off.
You like Arby's?
Arby's.
I love me some curly fries, dude.
Arby's is a Z tier, but because they have the curly fries, they're an F tier.
Okay. I don't know what's beside that Balsa Market. Never had Balsa Market.
Baja Fresh.
Dude, a
Boston
fast
Baja
food
Fresh.
grill
Never
is
had
not bad.
Burger
Oh.
King C
F.
or D.
I'd go C,
F.
maybe. D, D.
F.
I go D.
I've
Yeah,
never
I'd go
had a
D.
good Burger King.
Bro, they made a fucking thing that was a deep fried ball of mac and cheese and called it the Mac and Cheeto. It is a D tier.
I don't know what the hell's that. California. I don't know what
Pizza
that is.
chicken.
It's like a pizza
Chipotle.
place. I don't. That's technically. I've seen them before. They're not. I've seen California Pizza Kitchen
Mid.
before. They're not technically a fast food place.
Mid
though.
as fuck.
I'm
I would
trying
say
to remember.
A tier.
I don't think. I'm
Mid
trying to remember
as
if I
fuck.
actually. I never had Chipotle.
I've had a mom that like grew up in San Diego,
I
so
never
like
had
I've
Chipotle.
been spoiled on like Tex-Mex style stuff. That being said, Chipotle
never-
is probably my favorite Mexican style fast food place.
Never
if we're
been to
going
the
to
church.
Mexis-
Hold on. Never had the churches. Never had the Cinnabon.
Oh.
Okay.
What
Cold
I
Stone
never had
Creamery,
that.
ice cream.
Oh,
Del Taco.
actually, no. That's no. Cold Stone. I actually did try it once. A tier.
Very good. Yeah, very good ice cream.
That's
Del Taco.
Very good. Never had that.
Yeah. Domino's.
Either way.
Domino's D.
Yeah.
D for
too
Domino's,
much,
yeah.
Too much garlic butter on the fucking crust. There's way
I
too
like
much
it,
on the
but I
crust.
agree. They do go too heavy with it sometimes.
Jimmy John's
I love me
C
some
tier.
Jimmy John's.
I
I go
actually like
F.
Jersey.
I cannot
I-
stand Jimmy
Yeah.
John's.
Here's the problem with Jimmy John's. Me
It's
and
a
my
good
wife,
mid.
me
It's
and
a
my
good
wife
mid, too.
love Jersey Mike's. It's also on this list, which is rough. But
Oh, Jersey
Which
Mike's is
weird,
great.
yeah.
Jersey Mike's is
pretty
great. Jimmy John's is bad. The only difference that I can really tell it is the main difference between them is the bread. The bread.
They used to
at
have a Jersey Mike's in
is
Boston, and
not
then it closed down.
Nice and soft, but the Jimmy John's bread is like a fucking piece of plywood. It's
See,
just
they don't have
crunchy.
Culver's on here, which really pisses me
Yeah,
off.
that pisses me off too. Culver's is really good.
Culver's is
KFC,
fucking S tier.
E or D?
KFC.
Ooh.
KFC.
All right.
E because of Bojangles.
You just
Bojangles.
pissed off a certain
Little
Little
variety.
Caesars is F tier. If you cannot convince me otherwise.
Little Caesars definitely F tier. Long
Pizza,
John
pizza.
Silver's is E.
But it's
Gorlami, what the fuck?
What?
That was the most out of pocket shit I've heard on this podcast.
What did he
What are
say?
you talking about?
I'm not
Don't
repeating
repeat it. Don't repeat it.
not
Don't
repeating
repeat it.
All right.
I'll hear it on
not
playback.
repeating it.
Okay, Little Caesars F tier.
Agree.
Long John Silver's.
Get
it's
at the
been so
bleep that shit
long.
out.
Oh,
E tier. It's been
Okay.
so
Never
long.
had it.
Well,
McDonald's
I've never had it. I've never had it because I'm in
C.
New England and have
C
actual
tier,
decent
okay.
seafood.
Nana?
Never heard
Nana?
of it. Never heard
Never
of
heard of it. Panera.
it. Fuck that hippie shit. F tier.
Oh, Panera's I'd say a B for me because my mom used to work there. So
Fuck that hippie
Panera's
shit.
Panera's okay, but I don't really
Fuck
see it
that
as
hippie
fast
shit.
food.
Papa
John.
John's, I could say F tier.
Wow.
Yeah. I've never had it.
Well,
I
okay,
haven't run it.
the reason why is because I'm used to local pizzerias, so I have to put
Same,
Pizza Hut
same.
at like D or C.
True, but also like
I would put Pizza Hut
the
at a
two
C.
places I have worked as far as fast food goes, you've rated an F tier. Damn.
Yeah. Pizza Hut, like D or C. I'll put D.
Whoa,
I
really?
liked it
Man, you're gonna get hunted in the middle of the
fair.
night.
He's doing the pizza business dirty.
Dirty.
Well,
Now,
because
Pizza
of
Hut on the same level as Domino's?
I actually have a funny story with this next one,
Pizza
Pollo
Hut's-
Loco.
I consider Pizza Hut better than Domino's, but I consider D tier because of local pizzerias. I'm sorry, I love the local pizzerias better.
Ever had Polo Loco?
Especially when I lived in especially when I was in New York. My dad was in the Coast Guard. Gotta get that thin slice, not
a
Chicago.
thin slice, super greasy, super large pieces. Hold in your
There
hand.
you go.
I actually have a funny story of Pollo Loco. There was
Never heard it.
There was a one.
Never been to a Popeyes.
Their chicken sandwich was very good. Qdoba.
Yeah, they got a good chicken sandwich.
I don't know what that is. Never been
Qdoba,
to that.
that's like a Mexican style place.
Chipotle. It's like Chipotle. Okay, Sonic.
You're hurting my feelings right now.
I don't know about Sonic, dude.
I've only had Sonic once, and
Sonic,
I didn't have a good experience.
just for their drinks, Sonic could be a B tier for me.
I had it twice and got food poisoning both times.
C. I've only been to a Sonic once, and Starbucks F. Fuck Starbucks.
Hell yeah, dude.
Okay.
Hell yeah.
Subway E or D.
Okay. Wendy's.
Wendy's A.
Oh yeah, I worked at a Wendy's for 2 years.
Never been to a White Castle.
I like the Harold and Kumar movie.
Never been to that. I never been to
Portillo's.
Dude, I would love to do.
Come to Chicago, my friend.
Dude, I would love to do Portillo's one day just for the cake shake they
Mambo
do.
will murder you
Wait,
for not having
never-
Portillo's.
Hold on. You've never had Chipotle before, or a Popeyes?
Yes, I never had Popeyes. Never been to a Chipotle.
All right,
I will say, Alan,
I'm gonna take
Hold on. The reason why with Chipotle, because there was a lot of local Mexican restaurants where I was at.
Okay, you know.
Since we don't have Culver's on here, where would you guys rank Culver's?
For me, I
Never
would
been-
put Culver's.
I've never
at
even
an
heard
A.
of Culver's.
I would put Culver's
S
at
tier
an A.
for me.
Yeah.
It's S tier for me.
For me,
It's not that great.
let me redo this as the actual fat guy here.
Which is weird of
What do you
how
mean
many I've never been to.
I actually have a funny story with
I'm
El
a
Pollo
tubby
Loco.
guy too. Don't leave me out of this.
Don't leave me out. I'm pretty.
I would
tubby,
do. I would make these changes right here. I would make these changes right here.
No, I would not put
I
Pear
would
up
go
there.
here.
You
I would
never been to a
go-
cookout?
This is a sports podcast.
I would go to a C tier here.
Is
I would
it?
go to a B tier here. I would move this up to an A.
You mean
I
to
would
say
move
there was
this
no
to an
cookout
F.
at your college?
Look, you got to make
No,
a
I went to
saving
college
grace
in
I've never even
Indiana.
heard of
Have it
cookout.
be
I went to a
Indiana.
college in Indiana. Bojangles,
Cookout is,
I've
like,
never
everywhere.
had. Baskin Robbins, I've never had.
Bojangles I can see 'cause I
Chipotle,
stayed
I
in
would put at
Carolina.
A. Five Guys, I would put
No.
at E. Dunkin', I
Whoa,
would put at
you're
F.
doing them dirty.
I don't like
Oh,
coffee.
fuck you.
Krispy
No.
Kreme at
Fuck
S.
you.
I've had,
Boston
never
runs
had
on that.
Whataburger.
Lob.
That made sense. for
Cinnabon.
Whataburger.
Could you?
Cinnabon's pretty good.
Could you link this thing, and so I could, do my
Yeah.
tier?
I'll copy it, yeah.
I actually
You
have
you
a
gotta,
funny.
You got to save us with a certain E tier pick.
You
I've
know
never
what I'm
had-
surprised I didn't see was
What's it?
Raising Cane's.
Thank you.
Okay,
Or
I did
Fuddruckers,
not see
too.
Raising Cane's.
Oh, Raising Cane's is
friend
so
from-
good.
Yeah. It made a shit. That's basically what it did for me. It made a shit.
You've never had
actually-
Qdoba?
I actually have
No.
a funny El Pollo Loco story. So there was one that opened up in my town. I never had it
No,
because.
you gotta bring that up. Go back to it.
So anyway, a Pollo Loco
You know
opened
exactly
up in my
what I'm
town. I
talking about.
never had it because it closed down like a month after it opened. Apparently, the story was the health inspector went in and saw them like cleaning the grill hoods, and all the shit they were wiping out from the grill hoods fell right into a pan of raw chicken. They shut them down on the spot. It was an urgent care 3 months later.
That's funny, kid. It's funny.
Okay, can we move on?
Okay, yeah, let's move on.
Let's move on.
Okay, that's my list,
Before I
I
say
think.
something out of pocket.
Also,
Before I
for
say
me,
something out of pocket.
I never been to a Chuck E. Cheese either.
I went to one when I was little. That's all I
I only went
remember.
through when I was a kid just for play. We never
Okay,
really
moving
ate.
on.
All
from there.
right, let's go ahead and get into the predictions. Our rankings right now: Mamba 150 and 74. He went 13-4 last week. Followed up by Garlami 149 and 74. He went 11-3. Then KDF 148 and 76. He went 9-4. Followed up by me 145 and 79. I went 11-4. Matson tailing out the rear 141 and 81.
In the rear.
We'll start out with our predictions. Oh wait, no, we can't do this yet.
Here we go.
Oh yeah.
Oh shit! I almost forgot the best part of this podcast.
Part where we rip off Shane McMahon's theme song.
Wait, what?
That looks like the face somebody made. Like, I ate his liver with some fava beans.
So, what's
Packers are on a tear. You don't know why I'm
Silence
going
of
to
the
be
Lambs.
munching on.
Silence of the Lamb.
Yeah. All right. So you hate Mr. Unlimited yet? Here he is.
Yeah.
Unlimited.
Yeah, well, he was cheap to grab.
And he's faced against the Chargers.
Yeah, also that. With Brandon Staley calling the defense, I got high hopes. So,
Stop
quarterbacks, we got
You're the only one.
We got Russell Wilson. Running back, we got Jahmyr Gibbs. Just really hope he gets a touchdown because he does put up good yards.
does.
Madison, because fuck it, we ball. Justin Jefferson coming back. I think he's going to pop off. Shake, because I ran out of money. I didn't have the
Who the fuck even is
money
that?
grabs.
Khalil Shakir, yeah. Garrett Wilson.
Derek Wilson. David Njoku, because that man got burned and made a comeback, and I just have high faith in him. And don't ask why in the flex I put Deebo Samuel. It just happened that I went from running backs to defense to picking a tight end. Then I picked a flex.
Honestly, that's a good strat to just, at least in fantasy, just like put your like best player for wide receiver on flex.
Your
Try
best
and,
player in the flex. Who gives a fuck?
just try to like throw off your
Samuel on
opponent.
the flex and Ravens because they are playing the Rams, and I have high hopes.
Right. Good picks, except for the
Okay.
Khalil
And,
Shakir, but you're out of money.
I did run out of money, but he has been a hit or miss, so there's a chance.
Just like gambling, it's a hit or miss.
And I was
Anyway.
gonna do Thursday night. I was gonna do this Thursday a couple bets, but then I saw who was playing. I was like, "Ooh, shit, nope."
Wait, who's
All
playing
right.
this Thursday?
You guys played this Thursday.
Oh no, I mean this coming Thursday.
I don't know.
We'll see in a
Oh, the
minute.
Too far away for me to make a bet.
Chargers, Raiders.
Oh,
Oh,
Pass.
oh, damn.
Hey,
God
tell you-
damn, man. What the
Bob, tell your coworker I still got a long way to go. I'm still under $100 put into DraftKings.
I'm honestly might talk to him about like getting a video of him every day at work, and he's like talking about the parlay he's working on, because this man has concocted up some parlays, and I'm like,
Because he can.
what the fuck, dude?
Because he can do like I have to go to the casino to run parlays. I don't want to fucking go to the casino.
Oh, is that the
hate
law in
casinos.
Wisconsin?
last
you
time I went
can't
to
do
a
online
casino,
betting in
I
Wisconsin.
literally lost everything. Like I lost my wallet at the casino, and I never found it.
Attaboy.
Wow.
Yeah,
All right.
your coworker put more money into betting than I've ever did in my Warhammer miniatures.
That's saying a lot.
Saying
Of
something.
All right.
Saying a
Anyway,
lot.
let's go
With
ahead
the
and do our
two
predictions.
shelves full of orcs behind me.
Buccaneers and Falcons. Falcons have the line at -2.5. I'm still taking the Bucs in this one, even though it's in Atlanta. I like them a lot more than I like the Falcons and their horrible coaching. I'll take the Buccaneers in this one by 3. It'll be a close one.
Yeah, I still hate betting on the Falcons, so Buccaneers by 7.
Bucks by 5.
Falcons by 3.
Bucks by
just finish it.
Bucks by 7.
Lions and Bears coming up next from Chicago. Lions are on a tear, 9-3. Bears on the opposite of that, getting torn, a new one. I will take the Lions in this one by 17.
Give me the Bears. Give me the Bears by 7.
Homer.
Detroit by 11.
Give me the team that owns the Packers a turkey by 10.
That is true.
Dan Campbell and his blue kneecap eaters by 16.
One-eyed, one-horned.
Dan
blue...
Campbell and his one ass cheek kicker.
One eye, one horned, one ash cheek, blue kneecap eaters. Colts Bengals from Cincinnati, Ohio.
Shootout.
JB9 to JB6. Bengals by 10.
Shootout.
Ooh.
Shootout.
6-9, nice.
I don't think so. I think the Colts are going to win this. So go me Colts by 7.
I think the Colts defense is pretty good. Indianapolis by 5.
I'm gonna go Indy by 9.
Oh, we just skipped Gorlami.
Oh, whoops.
You motherfucker. Give me the Bengals by 3 in a shootout.
All right, Jaguars, Browns. Tough one. Both teams coming off a bad loss. Short week for the Jaguars, longer week for the Browns. I think I'll take the Jags in this one. Even though Joe Flacco is still slinging darts, I don't think he's the answer for Cleveland right now. I'll take the Jags by 5.
Slinging darts and smoking Marbreds, baby.
Yes, sir.
Oh, they're not gonna have a quarterback though.
It's Joe Flacco versus CJ Beathard.
Oh yeah. The Travis Etienne can still carry, I believe. Travis Etienne can carry.
Give me the Flack. I want the Joe Flack, the MVP Baltimore Ravens.
Joe Flacco is an elite quarterback. Probably the most elite quarterback ever.
3.
By how much, Mamba?
3.
CJ Beathard, I do not trust. Cleveland by 4.
Stop doing that.
No.
I had an itch in my ear. What do you want from me?
No, he's talking to me.
Oh.
Give me the dog pound by 3.
I was watching the NFL and I saw Joe Flacco and I thought that's a guy who can lead them to the victory by 9. Okay.
I put my tear.
I was watching NFL football. I was watching the Cleveland Browns. Very good NFL team. Probably the best ever, you know. I'm a great business dealer.
And I saw Crooked Hillary and I saw what she did. Okay.
I'm gonna leave.
Oh, you almost sound like Mr. Garrison. Fucking
drugs are bad, okay.
Drugs are bad, children. Okay.
Carolina's a bad team. Okay.
Okay.
I'm gonna pass around some marijuana now.
Panther Saints.
I'm PC Principal. I'm taking the Saints by 7 in this one. Consider that a lock, for sure. Lisa Burger, shut the fuck up.
What if I picked the Panthers and they actually won? What would happen?
At utter chaos.
Are we making a bet?
It's AFC South.
Mamba, are we making a bet?
Imagine they start winning and cost you the first
Mamba and Galami are making a bet. What's the bet? What are we doing?
What's the bet?
What are we making a bet?
What's the bet?
What's the bet?
I'm not a
dish me some poison.
Huh?
Dish some poison out.
Facial hair. Here? Facial hair. If you bet on the Panthers and the Panthers win, Gorlami has to rock the unistash. Or the single stash. It's one side of the stash trimmed, one side grown out. You got to do the same if the Panthers lose. You got to do the same if the Panthers lose. You have to shave one side of the
I can't
mustache.
do that.
Saints by 14.
I can't do that. I have to do
Saints by 14.
I coach.
Dude, I am not
wrestling.
I am not shaving. I mean, do you know how cold it gets in New England? My face will freeze.
You know how
I'm only shave. I already just shave my mustache in general because I don't want food getting in there. Or
I'll trim it, but
no, I mean I actually shaved the mustache.
Oh.
Yeah. Also, that was for a cosplay too in July.
This is all I can grow, and I look like a redneck King Tut. So
this is what I can grow right here.
It was Von Hohenheim from Full Metal Alchemist.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
Fucking Hohenheim.
Shut up. Hey, I want to do Chaos Marauder and a cat. I'm not that. I watch mostly grimdark shit.
I've been wanting to try Johnny Silverhand, honestly.
Hey guys, did you know we're a football podcast?
Oh yeah.
I never would have guessed with the fast food tier list.
All right, New Orleans by 5.
Give me the Hurricane Katrina survivors by 10.
Jesus. Good Lord. Why there? Portugal last week?
Picked Saints by 10. I'm also
Portugal the last 2 weeks.
You remember when Gorlami said he doesn't want to be the villain of the
Yeah.
I
don't want to be the villain.
The
Hurricane Katrina survivors. Texans and Jets. This will be a low-scoring game, mainly because the Jets' offense can't do anything and their defense can stop almost anything. But I'll still take the Texans this one by 7.
Oh, sorry, I'm high.
Good mommy's a bad guy.
Ayahuasca, motherfucker.
Give me Texans by 14.
Houston by 8.
He's high on those dolphin noises. Give me the Texans by 7.
Uh,
At least
Give
it
me
wasn't
this-
out of pocket.
That wasn't a dolphin noise. Who just went me me me?
Oh,
That's
no.
Give me
dolphin
the Houston.
noise.
No, it's.
Give me the.
Oh, go ahead first.
Give me the Houston CJ Strouds by 13.
Dude, dolphin
Why do you keep
noises
holding up the Kraken bottle like you're a 3-year-old that just found a frog in the garden? Like, what are you doing?
How
Again,
do you look at an alcoholic?
Luke, alcohol.
And
I mean,
Dad's
my
gonna
family's-
beat you for
my-
breaking into his liquor cabinet.
God, we're stupid.
Oh, hell
We're
no.
so
He's
stupid.
going to be like, no, don't think he says it's like, damn, you just like me when I was younger.
All right, Rams,
My
Ravens.
family's alcoholics.
Rams, Ravens, upset alert. Ravens by 3.
Are you
Matt
talking
Stafford.
about-
Upselling.
Or Rams, sorry,
Wait.
Rams by 3. My mistake. Rams by 3. Sorry.
okay.
Rams by 3. I think they'll beat the Ravens. I think Matt Stafford's on a tear. Their receiving options look great. I don't think the Ravens defense can stop all those options. And I think it'll be a shootout, and the Rams will win by 3.
What's the Rams record again?
6-6.
I
They're
think.
500.
Oh fuck. I'm still.
And they
going
lost to the
Ravens.
Packers.
I'm still going Ravens. Ravens by 7.
I'm going to say Ravens by 11.
Fuck you, Mastodon.
I'm gaining
The
ground,
Ravens.
motherfucker.
You're the Ravens by 9.
You keep saying there's going to be these weird ones. Like, we actually had a scoregami this week. I mean,
Yes, we did. I thought we had
Did you
2.
say a scoregami?
There was
yeah, I
2.
think it was a. I
But
think
it
it was
was
the
5.
Commanders.
Commanders Miami game was a
yeah.
scoregami.
Anyway, give me the Ravens by 10.
I hate you guys.
Seahawks and 49ers.
You just skip
Big
the Vikings
divisional
Raiders.
battle. Oh, I did say the Vikings. Shoot.
I was like,
Vikings Raiders.
Quit drinking that Jim Beam, dog.
I don't know. This is a tough one. The Raiders definitely look better than they used to with McDaniels, but the Vikings have kind of looked good some weeks and bad the others. I think they'll make a bounce back. I'll take the Vikings in this one by 4.
Give me the Vikings by 7.
Vikings by 5?
4 is totally possible.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah. If the game is 7 to
Vikings
3.
by 10.
If the Vikings score 7, the Raiders score 3, and that's the point differential, that's 4 points of difference.
Yep. You said Vikings by 3 or 10. Gorlami?
10.
He said 10. Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. The Viking. Okay.
Give me the Vikings by 8.
All right. Seahawks and 49ers, important game in their division. I'm going to take the 49ers in this one by 10. It'll be a closer game than many people think.
Wait, is this? We're on Seahawks 49ers, right?
Yes.
Yes.
49ers by 21.
21.
I'm gonna say San Fran by 29.
Give me the Niner Dimers by 21.
Give me 49ers by 14.
Making it a close one,
All right.
And moving on, we got the Bills and Chiefs.
Yeah, Bills
Mr. Lob
Chiefs.
City, you're on the clock.
This would looking forward. This was like the rematch of the AFC Championship 2 years ago, but at the same time, the Bills have not looked good this year. They need to have a bounce back game. So did the Chiefs. They just lost to the Packers. I don't think the Bills have it all together this year, and for that reason, I'm taking the Chiefs in a close one by 7.
Reasonable.
Yeah, Chiefs by 3.
Chiefs by 5.
Chiefs by I want to say.
You said 10?
10?
Okay.
Without confidence, parentheses, without confidence.
No,
Yeah.
you said 10. Go ahead.
Yeah, this is gonna be a weird one. But I feel like Chiefs by 7.
Alrighty. Moving on, Broncos and Chargers.
Oh boy.
I think the Chargers
are.
The Broncos have turned it around. They had their first loss against a very good Texans team. The Chargers have not. So for that reason, I'm going to take the Broncos by 10. I don't think it'll be close. I don't think it'll be that close.
Broncos by 7. Plus right.
Broncos by 8.
Broncos by 3.
Mr. Unlimited by 12.
God damn it.
Next up, Eagles Cowboys. Cowboys are 6-0 at home. They'll be 6-1 after this game. I'm taking the Eagles by 17. They're going to bounce back from a tough loss against the Niners with a vengeance.
Yeah, I'm gonna go. Why is the money line going for Dallas? The fuck?
Home.
Oh. Jerry's world. Fuck Jerry.
Because they're just checking to see if y'all are still them boys.
Give me the Eagles by 7.
They're not going to be after this game.
Philly by 4.
Right.
Like
2 Monday night games.
You just skipped Gorlami and Keto.
Oh, shoot. I'm sorry. Ah!
I feel like it's going to be a shootout. And also, I really fucking hate the Cowboys. So give me the Eagles by 3. Guns a-blazing in Arlington.
Eagles by 7. The better NFC team. So
I really hope we don't eat our words here.
Yeah. I don't know why we have 2 Monday night games. A little interesting. Titans, Dolphins, the first one. Dolphins win by 10.
that's weird.
That's on that one. Yeah. That's my opinion on that one.
Wait, they put Titans Dolphins on ESPN, but they put Packers Giants on ABC.
I don't get that either.
It's a better game. Dolphins probably will beat the Titans better than the Packers will beat the Giants.
I guess. Okay. Dolphins by 24.
Dolphins by a 20.
Oh, fuck you.
Dolphins by 17. I'm just not going to react to Macedon's stupid picks anymore. I'm going with the giggles. I feel like Kato's really processing this.
Sorry, I was reading I was checking the comments. This one's easy. We're still on Dolphins Titans.
Yep.
Yes.
Yep.
Yeah, Dolphins by 21.
All right, last game of this week. We will also predict the Thursday night game. Packers Giants. Even though I just I want this. Happy wife, happy life. Packers by 10.
Giants by 7.
She's still awake, isn't she?
No.
I gotta go with that. Gonna go with that Gabagoo. Giants by 4.
Packers by a whopping 7. It's been good for me so far. I'm going to keep it up.
I never watched Sopranos. Something, wake up morning, have a gun, drive to New York City. Giants by 10.
I don't want to do your dirty work no more.
Thank you. Wicked game to play.
Rose.
Bucket tie.
Bucket tie. Oh boy.
That is 5 points if I get it correctly.
The battle.
That's true.
Fuck it, no one wins.
The battle of the shit ownerships. Give me. I'm just going with whoever's home. Give me the Raiders by 7.
The Raiders by 4.
Raiders by 3. I'm going to Price is Right Macedon here.
The biggest bitch is about the tuck roll by 10.
Anyway, this next upcoming in December 16th will be our first Saturday games. We'll have 3 games on Saturday in a Thanksgiving style, 1, 4, and 8, and then the rest of the Sunday games as well as a Monday night game as well. Only a couple more weeks. Again, not to mention we have week 14 next week, week 15 after that, then the week after that, week 16. probably one of the greatest weeks in NFL football, in my opinion, especially with the scheduling this week because of how Christmas falls. You have Thursday night game, 2 Saturdays. You have Christmas Eve games, and then you have a Thanksgiving style slate for the Christmas games, which these could all be blowouts.
Yeah.
Chiefs, Raiders, Eagles, Giants. However, 49ers, Ravens, that'll be a little closer, but we'll see.
I'm probably going to be driving either the 23rd or 24th to see family.
Yeah. So you'll catch the Eagles game. You'll be there the 25th. There you go.
Oh, yeah.
There we are.
Did we get any comments?
Yeah, I got one from Appleton Gaming. At this point in the season, what would you say your team would need to pick up in the 2024 draft? Let's start with Lob. What do you say is the Bengals' biggest need in the draft?
No, you can't draft a coach.
Mike Mayer, we needed last year. I'm going with another guy that plays tight end and then has the first and last name start with the same letter. Brock Bowers. There is no reason why we shouldn't get him. Unless
you'd probably have to trade up to do it. I'm just saying.
Maybe, but there's a lot of quarterback talent. There's a lot of decent tackle talent. There's also some running backs. Like tight ends usually aren't picked very high. So
at your position, you're like what, like 15th or 16th in the order right now?
Yeah, mid-pack.
Mid-pack,
yeah, 6 and 6.
Yeah, ahead of you, there's not too many teams that need quarterbacks outside the top 5. I would definitely say you would probably need to like put together a pretty decent package to try and trade up and get something.
Yeah, maybe.
Because ahead of you got like.
The one thing I did see that was really interesting though is that Marvin Harrison Jr. is considering staying at Ohio State because he just received a massive NIL deal.
Really?
Yes. So he's considering it. So we'll have to see in the coming months what that means. So with that, let's segue to Mamba, first overall pick in the draft, and probably a second, third, or fourth overall pick as well.
Well, he's also got the 5th according to PFF right now.
Regardless of what picks we have, we need a better fucking line in general. Our line's trash.
Defensive or offensive?
All offensive.
Is there a good enough lineman to draft that early?
They got Joe Alt out of Notre Dame, Olumu Yiwa Fashanu out of Penn State, J.C. Latham out of Alabama, I guess.
We're gonna draft a quarterback regardless. I think that's gonna happen for sure.
If you do that,
you think they're gonna take Caleb Williams?
Trade. You need to make a trade with
Fields.
Yes, you need to put a package together and get something for Fields, so you can get more draft prospect here. Yeah, I think that's a good idea. Macedon Eagles.
Secondary.
Yeah. Mikey Sainer still you guys Nickelback out of Michigan.
Knowing you guys are just gonna get another Georgia boy and pick up Kamari Lassen or the cornerback out of Georgia.
Yeah.
I mean, if you're gonna if Jason Kelce retires, Cam Jurgens that got drafted a year ago is gonna be put in that spot for center. I don't know if Lane Johnson's gonna retire. He's still under contract. Mulata's still gonna be there. You got Dickerson still. Running backs, Howie Roseman's gonna get like a random trade, just like he did for DeAndre Swift this past year. Linebackers mostly good. D-line still fine. Secondary is just so injured.
Yep, I agree with that. Packers boy Grelami, what are you targeting?
I think the Packers are they might step away from Jones after this year, so maybe running back. But I also think our offensive line needs a lot of work. I like that Cooper Beebe out of Kansas State, and what's his name from Missouri? Javon Foster. I like him too.
One of the only unanimous picks for the college All-American team was a running back out of OSU, Oklahoma State. So I can't remember his name right now, but that could be a good pick as well. My wife, since she's also a Michigan fan, she's looking at, it would be great if the Packers drafted Blake Corum, or if they picked up Trevor Keegan, or if they got Zach Zinter. Hopefully
the number 4 running back prospect is Braylon Allen out of Wisconsin. I don't think he's gotten enough use this year to be proven anything.
You guys also have Chris Jenkins on the D line that they could probably use. Michigan.
Yeah, they could. They could do that. Yeah. Also,
our D line.
Junior Colson's a good middle linebacker that could be used in the outside linebacker position as well. But yeah, there's a lot of good prospects out of Michigan this year.
And now
one of the players that a lot of people said that the Patriots will be targeting, quarterback out of Michigan, J.J. McCarthy.
This is true. I mean, that's the biggest need we're going to be going into this is anything on the offensive line, definitely quarterback, offensive line, possibly a skill position player in the form of a wide receiver, because the ones we have are just underachieving or just not showing up. I've also been seeing some people want us like take like not first round, obviously, but probably a linebacker. I agree with that because Judon's contract comes up this year, and I don't know what's going through Belichick's mind or the front office's mind if Belichick doesn't stay in that regard. I would love to keep Judon, but if it doesn't happen to be, I'd love to pick up some guy like Edrin Cooper out of Texas A&M, Junior Colson. As you said, there's a guy I was looking at. I think his name was Jeremiah Trotter Jr. out of Clemson. He sounds like a good fit for our scheme. But yeah, like for the second overall pick, it kind of just depends on what the Bears don't take first overall as of right now. Like I'd be happy.
If you had the first overall pick, what quarterback would you take?
First overall,
do you want Drake May? Do you want J.J. McCarthy that early? Do you want Caleb Williams? Do you go with a sleeper pick?
If it came down to quarterback, I would. I mean, Penix would probably be a safe option. Williams, I don't know. It's hard to tell because of the step back USC took this year. So
the Patriots have had good luck drafting Michigan quarterbacks. So
this is true. But that being said, people are going to look at us picking J.J. McCarthy at second and say that's a colossal reach. Not that the Patriots would care. 2 years ago, we drafted Cole Strange, a sixth-year lineman that wasn't even expected to go in the top 100. So at 29, so I'll say pick. Caleb Williams for now. Penix would be great too. But then again, I'm not the guy in the front office, so they could take either or. And we just got to do something better than Mac Jones right now. That's all I'm looking for.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Well, thank you for the great question. Was it Apple something gaming or
Appleton Gaming? Yeah.
Yeah, Appleton. Yeah.
It's probably from Wisconsin.
Yeah. Thank you for the good question.
That is a city.
Also, Aaron commented, but I don't know about what.
It was when Golami talking about Portugal, and then Aaron's like, "That's me,
that's me." Hey,
Aaron, friend of the group.
Yeah, there's probably a mischievous package headed your way, Golami. Watch out.
I'm ready.
Anyway, thank you for watching this episode of the Football Stooges. Make sure to like the video, leave a comment, question you want us to answer, anything you feel about the video. We hope you enjoyed this video. Make sure to like it and follow us. We got another video coming for you next Friday at noon. We'll keep them coming as best we can. Enjoy football. College football was a fucking mess last week, but it's getting better.
Army-Navy this week.
Army, yes, that is right. The Army-Navy, will make sure to watch that. That's going to be a great game. That's one of the best rivalries in college football. Not to mention NFL football is winding down and getting into crunch time, but it's really cool to see the playoff race ensue and stuff start to happen.
And TikTok stoogery.
Yep, and don't forget the Football Stooges TikTok is now up. Kadoff is running that, and we'll get some videos coming out with that. And most importantly, run the damn ball. Have a good night.
You better run the damn ball.